Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Thursday night Nerd Rage Gaming Locals. My name is Brian DeVeza, and I am joined with my good buddy Trevor Tran. Trev, how
Hi
you doing?
guys, doing good. It's been a while since I've been able to do this, so
Yeah,
always happy to come back.
yeah. So we're 1 week out from NAIC, and our league just wrapped up. We're gonna have a little bit of downtime, but we have a good crowd out here for the week before NAIC. So hopefully get some good prep in, some good games in, and just do all of that. So, how's your day going, Trev?
I'm a little tired today.
Yeah,
Worked a 12-hour shift
yeah.
starting at bright and early at 5 a.m.,
Oh yeah.
but I'm ready to commentate some Pokemon.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Nice, nice. Yeah, so today's actually a Nintendo Switch 2 day. I was actually able to secure mine this morning.
Okay, I'm a little
Yeah.
conflicted.
I was conflicted too, but I saw the opportunity to, so I
I mean, I
ended up.
guess it might as well.
Yeah.
I'm okay with
Yeah.
waiting a little bit. I'm gonna see if they like release an OLED model again,
Yeah.
like they did with the regular
Yeah.
Switch.
I know I saw the opportunity too. I was awake early. I was out at Target.
Honestly, I mean,
Yeah.
if I was in your position, I'd
Yeah.
probably pick it up too, even
Yeah.
though
I got the last one at Target too,
oh,
so
huge. I
yeah.
heard the distribution isn't that bad.
It wasn't as bad. I mean, I was able to walk in there at like 8:30 a.m. and grab one, so not the
Okay, that
worst thing in the
works.
world, but enough about that. We've got a lot of Pokemon to play today, and we got Dan on
Dan's
the
here.
stream. Dan's not talking. Dan had a long night last night. Dan wanted to have fun, so
Yeah.
he decided he wanted to come out and play today. So
Yeah.
that's why we're here now instead. And he's got a Ho-Oh and Armarouge deck here against Toby playing. Is that Terrabox?
I no, I think it's this is the Azumarill that plays that like when you have a Terra
Oh.
out, it can like swing.
Oh, is that the one with the big double edge attack?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So that's a mighty interesting deck we have here. So we got two interesting matchups here. I don't really know if actually I want to say that both have like kind of good matchups into each other because I know Dan's deck plays Iron Hands and can take advantage of the
The single
the
prizes.
single prizers. What do you think?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Ho-Oh is one of those when the newer decks coming out, Destined Rivals, and I've seen on Twitter that it's like skinned as the new Lugia.
Yeah, I've seen that too. So it kind of intrigued me a little bit, but it's it's definitely something that's caught my attention. And I was playing this against Dan earlier, and he was completely destroying me. So, um, you know, it could be a sleeper pick going into NAIC. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
It's like it definitely takes advantage. Like if anybody in the chat would like remembers playing the old Arc Armarouge
Yeah,
or like any Armarouge deck with the fire off ability.
yeah,
The fire off ability allows the player who has it to move five basic fire energy or fire energy, I think in
yeah.
total. Fire energy
I think
to
it's just energy in total because you're actually well,
fire energy
yeah,
to the active.
yeah,
I think yes. So combine that with Ho-Oh's ability to attach two basic fires
yeah.
to any of your Ethan's Pokemon or fire Pokemon.
I think just Pokemon in general because you're
Pokemon.
able to move to like Iron Hands and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but also an interesting interaction is that stuff like Luminous and Legacy Energy, which Dan does play, are also able to be moved because those are technically considered fire energy too.
All right. Going on to Toby's side. So
Yeah,
he double nest balled for the Cornerstone Ogerpon and the Fan Rotom.
yeah. The Fan Rotom's going to be huge because it gets the Pidgey and it gets the Hoot Hoot as well. So there's a lot of interesting pieces here. A lot of different engines
Yeah.
here. Pidgeot engine, Noctowl engine.
Yeah,
So
I'm interested where Toby has sculpted the deck because I think with the Azumarill, I think it does a double edge attack. It does like what? I think it does 230,
I think so.
and its ability says if you have a Terra Pokemon out, you can only use it for one Psychic.
Yeah,
So it's like really efficient attacker. It also does 50 damage to itself, so I guess it doesn't.
yeah,
I guess that's the drawback, but I guess doing 230 on a single prizer seems pretty good.
yeah. Definitely.
Um, but we'll see if Toby can get that up and running because I feel like there's a lot of moving
Yeah.
parts to
So
it.
you see what Dan just drew off the top here? The Durant.
Oh wait,
Yeah, the Durant EX.
we that used to be your nemesis
Yeah,
really early on.
yeah,
But we're just gonna see it hit the bin. Dan's just gonna research it away. He's probably looking for just more either fire energy or just like more basic
yeah.
Pokemon to
More
put
basic
down.
Pokemon. Yeah, some more energy would be good too because the Ho-Oh, you're actually able to accelerate energy onto that, and that's why the engine's so good because as you're putting those energy onto the Ho-Oh, the Armor Rouge is able to move those energy around.
Yeah, that definitely, you know, yeah, definitely. Once you see like legacy energy come down and like
Yeah,
luminous, then whoever is in the chat, you'll definitely see like, oh yeah, this is just Lugia
yeah.
again.
It's literally just Lugia. Yeah, it's funny too because people know that I love Lugia a lot, but
Yeah,
haven't gotten the chance to try this deck out. I've been taking a little time off from playing, trying to get ready for next season, but there's definitely a lot of fun stuff on the horizon that I can start trying to play in the near future here. But looking at Dan here, playing
yeah.
the nest ball here, what do you think he's going to want to grab?
Let's see, so he has a honestly like I don't think Dan has enough in the tank right now to get an attack off,
Yeah, I'm not thinking he it does either.
and it doesn't seem very. I think. Do you know how much health Ho has? 220.
230? I think that's
I
230.
think it's 220.
Yeah. Yeah, Dan, you see, Dan Hugar on stream.
Yeah, Dan Hugar was like, I am really tired from baby,
Yeah.
so he's like, he asked me to commentate instead. And I'm like, of course, Dan, get some rest, have some fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Babies are
Yeah, now
no
that
joke.
Dan's here too, the full tank gang is here.
FTG.
Yeah. So, the Latias is coming out. I think this is a good idea from Dan, just because we want to be able to retreat.
Yes.
We don't want to put that two prizer in play, but having another Charcadet in play is a good idea. And Dan's definitely in a good position for next turn to take a big knockout.
So we see the Azumarill come down. Toby does have a rare candy and an Ultra Ball, so he can develop the Pidgeot here.
Yeah. Yeah,
FTG.
GG win.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so we can go into the Pidgeot here, and that's super powerful just because Pidgeot just lets you grab anything from,
Yeah, cherry
yeah,
picking your deck is
it's a
insane.
it's a good ability. Quick search and good ability. But it's interesting though because one of the talks of the town lately is that new Rocket's Watchtower card that turns off basic colorless Pokemon's abilities.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be no more Jewel Seeker, no more Quick Search, kind of stuff like that. So
Yeah.
interesting card, interesting counter that was printed, and I wonder how much play it'll actually get.
Oh, okay. So Toby grabs the boss here. He
Yeah,
does have. I did see earlier he has a switch, so he's able to switch this Meryl out,
yeah,
get the Azumarill in the active, and boss up this Ho-Oh.
yeah. That's huge already because now Dan doesn't have any more energy acceleration really.
Yeah, unless he has
Yeah.
to burn. Okay, so
Oh
he's
yeah, he
just
plays the boss
yeah.
first, yeah. And
And
then the
then I guess
switch going into the
but,
Azumarill.
but yeah, no, now Dan has what 2 cards in hand.
Yeah,
Not much. I think he has a Brock scouting, so
yeah,
I guess
he
he
can
can.
get. I guess he can get the Charcadet that way, but it's just now we don't have too many ways to get energy into
Oh,
play.
he gets. he drop decks a research. So
Yeah.
that does help.
That definitely does help.
Night stretches for the Ho-Oh. Okay, let's see if he gets an attack off this turn. Maybe if Iron Hands this turn would
Yeah,
be
Iron Hands would be huge this time.
insane.
Yeah. But it's so important though that Toby was able to get the Pidgeot in place. So now Toby will pretty much always have a response, which is the really important part here.
Yeah, and then knocking out this Azumarill for only one prize instead of handing it is extremely tough for Dan.
Yeah.
Because like obviously like it's the classic prize trade of like, oh, I take two prizes with
Yeah.
a single prizer. It's a thing that Guardy has been abusing ever since.
Yeah, very notorious.
Very Notorious has been abusing that interaction, or basically that like what's that word? What's the one like tempo?
Yeah, the tempo.
That kind of tempo
Yeah.
for ever since it came out.
Yeah.
Um,
So let's see what Dan does here. Puts two more on there. I wonder if this is going to be attached for turn. Oh, he's going to grab a couple more energies.
okay.
And maybe Brock scouting or
No, he already played
Oh, he
research.
played research already. Yeah.
As
Ben Armor's losing to a Azumarill is not a good look. Yeah.
to be fair, Toby had like a
Toby
crazy
had a crazy start. I mean, being able to get Pidgeot right away is so crazy.
Pidgeot right away.
All right.
Oh, boom!
Boom.
I don't even know what the
Yeah,
the
I don't know what
attack
that
on
is.
the
I
on
think
that.
it's Will-O-Wisp. Looks like Will-O-Wisp.
So yeah, for 10 damage,
10
big
damage,
10.
Big 10. And now you look at Toby, he's got two Noctiles in hand, so it looks like he can fish another Gust out of his deck.
Okay, so there you go. Like all these birds, man.
Yeah.
All these birds are doing
Yeah,
too much.
the birds are
Fez,
going crazy right now.
Squawkabilly, Noctowl, Pidgeot, Bombardier,
Yeah,
every bird at Pokemon is a support Pokemon.
Yeah.
What's up?
all the birds.
But now, yeah, he can Noctowl, iron up the boss again.
Yeah,
I guess the only merit for Dan in this situation is that if Azumarill does use Double Edge, it will knock itself out.
yeah. I guess that's like one thing that's all right. And I guess from there, maybe Dan could like figure out a way to take out another Meryl.
Yeah, just to cut that
Yeah.
off, because I don't think
that might
there's
buy him another turn, to be honest.
yeah, I don't think there's any other attacker in this deck. Maybe other than like a Fan Rotom,
Yeah.
but like but it's probably just only a Azumarill.
Yeah.
He is Ultra Balling. All right, get rid of the. All right,
Iono Rockets Watchtower, shake my hand.
stupid.
Yeah.
Hey man, Bombardier doesn't have an ability.
Yeah.
But I definitely I'm interested why he just no he's just setting up another Azumarill.
Yeah, setting up another Azumarill. So, thinking one turn ahead here, which is solid because knowing that this first Azumarill is going to get knocked out, trying to figure out another way. So,
Yes. So it's just a matter of will Toby boss something? He has a choice,
yeah,
but it's
probably going for the two
Yep.
prizer again, which is definitely valid here. Go for that, and that's going to get knocked out as well.
All right.
Dan is going to get a prize here.
he gets a prize.
Yeah.
All right, let's see a big one.
Yeah. See Dan here. Lugia's broken because it was a Yu-Gi-Oh deck disguised as a Pokemon. It was a Pokemon deck, so it's bad.
All right. Toby sends up the cornerstone.
Yeah.
That's honestly okay.
Oh, he's in the Regigigas. Yeah, so fire.
The Giggler.
Regigigas. Okay.
All right, here we go. Night stretch. Oh, we've seen this song and dance a little
Yep.
bit again. Dan has to take a knockout here.
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
with a single prizer or something.
Yeah. I think the Regigigas is actually like a good attacker here, though.
And yeah, in this specific situation, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a matter of can Dan find the Armarouge?
Yeah. That does not look like an Armarouge.
I don't think that's an Armarouge,
Yeah.
guys.
All right, Nest Ball, that's fine. Hopefully we can get a Fez out of that.
Yeah, Fez to go dig some more.
Okay, so there is the Fez.
Yeah, Toby taking a quick read on the
Yeah.
the Regigigas.
The
The
Regigigas.
Jewel Breaker attack.
Yeah. It's definitely a card that's not really gotten too much play.
Yeah.
A lot of people are hyping it up when Lugia was back in the format.
Yeah,
Doesn't really had too much. I mean, it's got a really large attack cost,
yeah.
so
I guess there hasn't really been much of a home for it in some
yeah,
of these decks because you can't accelerate
yeah.
to it.
Night Stretcher switch. Oh, it's not
So
looking. Does Dan have an Armor Rouge
I don't think
in?
he has an armor rouge. He has.
Ooh, this is not looking too good for
I don't know.
Dan.
I don't know how thick Dan's armor rouge
I
line
think it's
is.
2-2.
2-2.
Yeah,
Okay, that is extremely rough.
yeah.
But let's see. Did he? Is there something in?
Go put that there. Okay. And looks like we might just
We would have to. He has to pass. I think he has to pass with like a.
maybe a Shark Cadet in the active, and then
Yeah,
yeah,
and then try once more.
yeah, and then let's
Yeah.
hope that there's no boss retreat double edge. I think that's that's like almost in his hand.
So he has boss in hand. So he
Yeah,
just needs to get this thing
he
out
just
the
needs. I
active.
think he just needs an energy for retreat, and that's probably game, right?
Yeah.
Oh man,
All right.
let's see what Toby's.
Toby's
Yeah,
thinking.
he's
Toby's
thinking.
gears are turning.
Yeah, he is thinking for
But
sure.
let's see. I do think maybe Azumarill decks do have a low energy count in their deck because they only need to attack with one.
Oh, that's true.
But we
And
do
he did use the switch already.
yes. So we do see the Pidgeot come. All right,
Yeah,
quick search. Let's see
oh,
what
there
you
is
want.
an energy in
There's an
there.
energy that will do it.
Yeah,
That would do it. Oh, he has a unfair stamp too.
unfair stamp is an interesting play.
Yeah, let's take a little
Yeah,
peeksy within this deck.
I'm pretty sure all he needs is the energy, right? You quick search for the energy, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep my voice down a little bit because we've been loud in the past, and people apparently outside can hear us. So
Yeah.
trying not to give him any
It's like
ideas here.
what Toby doesn't know is Dan has the Ash Blossom for this
Yeah.
quick search.
Oh
So
yeah. He hasn't asked for the response yet.
I know, right?
Yeah. Oh man. So going through this quick search here, it's got to be the energy, right?
Yeah, I think yeah, that's only
Gotta be.
energy is the win con here, but again, we can't
Yeah.
be talking too
Yeah.
loudly. Any way to get to an energy
Yeah.
would do it.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about quick search is you can grab anything from the deck, whether it be item, tool, anything like that. We need to keep an Ash Blossom on deck for the stream now.
That'd
The
be
Ash
crazy.
Blossom will be there for the judge calls.
Just another
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh like sideline
Yeah.
tangent. I feel like if Droll and Lockbird ever existed in Pokemon,
Yeah.
it'd be lights out for
Yeah.
so many. Anyways.
Yeah. I
But
think we're still in this quick search here, but that's the nice thing about quick search. You're able to grab anything here. So grabbing the is that the boss from the deck?
I think so.
Interesting.
Does he not have a boss in hand already?
That's an interesting. Maybe
Oh, he had
he's
Crispin. Maybe.
oh wait, but if he plays Crispin, then he can't boss for next.
So I guess I guess
There
the
was
bo the
there was
boss in hand we thought was hand in hand was probably just the Crispin.
was it?
I think so.
It definitely looked like a boss to me. I don't know.
I guess I think that's the only
Yeah.
reasonable explanation as to
Yeah.
why that was
I
not
want
the
to see
case.
what's in his hand now, just because I'm curious now, because I swore I saw a boss, but
Yeah.
I could be tripping here.
Yeah.
Then see where the other one's gonna go
Yep,
here.
that makes sense. Um,
I'm not seeing things right. That's a boss on the right, the card.
no,
On the,
I think that's. I mean, I think
is that the one he searched out from his hand?
yeah,
Or from the quick
deck,
search?
from the
Yeah.
quick
Then
search.
I must be tripping then. So
Yeah.
looks like we're just gonna retreat and double edge again. That's what I'm thinking then.
Okay.
Okay. And
So looking like a double edge.
and just like that, Dan is still in the game.
Boom. All right.
All right, Toby goes down to one more prize. Oh, Wagwa, it's area 0. All right, good catch, guys. Good catch.
Oh yeah.
So one of the nice things here. How much does the double edge do? Does like what
230.
230? Comeback starts now is true.
Yeah, we need
The bear,
Iono to 1.
the bear is here. The bear could do it,
All right. There is no Iono to 1.
but I think the bear could survive a turn.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So Dan definitely has a way.
But I feel like no, I think but Toby did search out that boss. So
Yeah,
he just needs to
that's true.
search out Azumarill again.
Yeah.
Unless
that's
he
true.
like yeah.
I don't think there's a way to take out the.
I don't think wait, he does have it out. He has to find Water Pond.
Oh yeah.
and Armor Rouge.
Pawn, Armor Rouge, and then a
Knock
Sob.
out, and then he can knock out both Azumarill and the Meryl.
Yeah.
So that is an option.
Okay, so the Night Stretcher grabs one, goes onto the Ho-Oh. Looks like the
I think it's. I think it was. He does. I think it is have to find Water
research.
Pond here
Yeah.
and an Armor Rouge.
There's the seven
So
cards there.
or
There
the
is the
Armor
Armor
Rouge.
Rouge. Armor Rouge is
Is
there.
there? I think that's a Water Pond. Yeah, he's doing it.
He's doing it. Oh, the water pond was all the way on the bottom of the deck.
It's okay, but we drew Nest Ball, so we were
Yeah.
able. It's Lugia, guys.
Yep.
It's Lugia. Guys, we did it again.
All right. So are we just sobbing here?
No. We do no.
We can
fire.
torrential pump.
You can T pump.
Torrential pump here. Oh wow.
So this removes the threat of the Azumarill in the active, and getting rid of the Meryl in the back.
Oh
So
wow.
Unless Toby plays something like a shaman, every single
Yeah.
Meryl that Toby is going to spawn now is going to get like spawn sniped by
Yeah.
this. It's going to get spawn sniped
Ooh.
by this water pond.
Chad is right. Comeback starts now. And it's so funny too because one of our other teammates, Eli, was asking why it was a water pond in this deck instead of something like a Terrapagos. And that's, a pretty good argument because
Yeah.
Terrapagos is a solid attacker. A lot of decks that play little to no Terras just play that one just to open up Area 0. But
But hey,
this water pond is putting in work right now.
Terrapagos doesn't do what water pond does.
Yeah, that's it's very true. So
yeah, that is the. So let's see what happens. So yeah, every single.
comes into the active now.
All right.
And
Let's see. There's not much going on else in Toby's hand to get an attack off.
Does Toby just unfair stamp here?
Dude, I think he does.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Unfair and pass would be kind of crazy. Yep.
Ooh, that's a pretty good card.
Pretty unfair.
Yeah. I wonder if there's anything else he can really do. There's not really much else in the hand. Maybe he can go like. It's not like Boss really helps. I guess Boss could help. You could put it like the Armor Rouge into the active and then unfair stamp.
I think Armor Rouge has like 2 retreat, I think.
Yeah, it does. I knew that because I had to try to stall a little bit. It didn't help.
Didn't.
No. But I think Toby's thinking about it right now. But he does have the unfair stamp if needed.
Yeah, and then I think Dan has burned through 3 researchers or something already. So
okay, so we're just going with the unfair stamp here.
And he had one in hand. So off the next 3 top cards of Dan's deck, let's see what he can piece together. He finally has something going on, or his engine like going with the Ho-Oh.
It just took him till the end of the game to get the Armor Rouge out.
But the game isn't
Yeah,
over.
The game is not over. That is true.
Dan did not hear no bell.
Yep.
So he is still alive for now.
All right. So unfair stamp.
We'll see.
Dan will get 2 cards. Toby gets 5.
So you see energy, Super Rod. Super Rod's
Ooh,
good. Fez is
pretty
good.
Solid. That's pretty solid. There's the energy for the Meryl. Not a bad idea.
Yeah. Indicated that he did use.
Okay, the Fez come down.
So okay, this is very interesting. So now Toby can only has 1 Meryl to work with, and if I guess is banking on Dan not being able to take out said Meryl.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see how Dan. We don't know what cards Dan has in his hand yet, but Toby is shaping. You only need to take 1, so he's just shaping up, trying to see what he can do.
I think he pretty much has to, because there's always going to be an out to Azumarill with the Jacques there. So
yes, or even just quick search and everything.
Yeah, Super Rod there can put those Azumarills back also.
Yeah. I don't think Toby has Fezzed yet.
That's true.
So I probably
Dan's looking at his cards. I wonder what he has here. I can't see it.
He's tilting it too vertically.
Yeah.
All right, he's gonna go for the Jacques.
For the Jacques then.
I think Toby only has maybe like only one more Azumarill left in the deck.
Looks like Area 0 in Dan's hand, and the other one might be maybe Clefairy.
Yeah, I feel like it's a Clefairy and then
Yeah, it
something.
looks like Clefairy. All
Oh,
right,
okay,
so
so
grabbing two Azumarils here.
all right. So we'll see what Dan can do. I feel like it might if Toby leaves this Pidgeot in the active, it is susceptible to getting a sobbed. And
Yeah,
I don't
that
know if
is
Toby
true.
does have any more switch outs.
Yeah, very true, very true. So Super Odds looking to grab, what is that, maybe some Azumarils or Energy?
Probably be so. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah,
Probably just some energies, right? I
yeah,
think you want to draw into those. Maybe just in case if the Pidgeot needs to get swinging on something,
yeah,
again, Toby don't only need one more prize. So let's see.
yeah. Not looking too bad here.
Oh,
Adam,
Adam,
what's up?
Adam, where were you? They have the prismatic bear in the case.
Oh man. But he already got his from our boy Tim,
Oh,
so
he did. I
yeah,
forgot.
yeah. All right.
Boom. All
Boom,
right,
Fez.
Fez. Draw some more cards, Toby. Let's see
Let's see what you got.
cooking with. Nothing much. uh, so
Okay,
yeah,
looks like he passes it over. Let's see what Dan gets here.
Dan. What is he? What is the
He
top?
got a energy.
Energy.
Energy. This could be a sob angle.
No, he can also torrential pump again.
Oh, that's true. He could torrential pump again.
So it
Dan is a madman.
put me in. Did you get in, bro?
Oh, I think,
Oh, he did.
yo,
Let's go. Okay.
Adam is going to New Orleans. He
So
got in the very last minute.
yes, I've been Adam here or Mello, our dear friend Adam. I saw him try to reg twice and whiff both of them,
Oh boy.
but I'm very happy to see him, come out again.
Yeah. Oh,
But
I
yeah,
think Dan is just gonna torrential pump again.
yeah, I think.
Wait, what? What are we
Wait.
doing here? Oh,
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 ooh,
wait,
Dan,
cruel arrow.
Dan, Dan.
You absolute fiend.
Dan is a madman right now.
And then oh yeah, Dan is able to do that because Amaruch says as often as you'd like, you
Yeah.
can switch energies out.
So, is there an out for Toby now? Does he
Oh,
play like Ursaluna or something like that?
do we need a room for fifth now? Um. Well, I guess we can discuss this in the chat later, Ben. But I think I think you can still add someone to the B&B, and I think would be fine. Well, we'll see.
Yeah. I wish Dan was my dad.
Me too,
Dan
man.
is a good father. He was telling us all about his baby. So Dan, recent new father.
New father, new
Yeah,
Pokedad. New
yeah, new
Pokedad has entered
Pokedad.
the chant.
Yes.
Do you ever think we're gonna be like
Oh yeah, we will 1000%. Yeah,
that? Or do I want my child to play fighting games?
yeah. Well, they're gonna do everything.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. All right.
League of
So
Legends,
yeah,
basketball,
I
baseball.
don't know about that. Let's not go too far
Okay,
here.
okay, we'll just stop at basketball
Yeah.
for now.
So back in our game here,
Okay. Ooh.
Earthen Vessel grabs energies. Maybe is this going to be like a manual attach?
Now, if he has Crispin or some
I don't think there's Crispin though. I didn't see Crispin because this is just
like Crispin would represent game here because
yeah,
that would be.
Crispin would, yeah. Yeah, this looks
All
like
right.
maybe an Iono here. He has two Ionos.
I think Toby does play Iono
Yeah,
because it's just we'll see what happens.
yeah. And then if he's not able to knock it out, then Dan might have game here with he might have game with the Cruel Arrow on the Fan Rotom on the bench.
The
The
fear.
fear of Boss Gigas is so
Yeah, yeah, we have. Dan has a couple outs. Well, it has to include boss, but it would be
yeah,
boss on Noctowl or
yeah,
boss or on
yeah.
that. Let's see what
Marvel
he.
Gamer, does anyone need a spot for Pokemon Center? I think does Shukri still need a spot?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I thought I saw in one of our other chats that
9:30. But what if you day two, Quinn?
yeah, what if you day two?
What happens when
That
you
is
day
true.
two?
but I think it's Dan's turn now.
Yeah, Dan's turn. He top decked the Fire Energy. I did not see what his other
Does
two.
Dan just cruel arrow the fan rotom? Oh wait, no, he needs two prizes.
Yeah, he needs two prizes.
He needs
So
two prizes. Never mind.
I don't think there's any card draw.
Yeah.
Um,
Unless he's trying to play the. Ooh, actually, he does need to win here then.
does
Yeah.
Toby have a switch? Because I was like thinking maybe he has to sob and stall it
Yeah.
for a couple turns.
This could be a sob angle here.
I think it's a sob angle.
This might be a sob angle.
So I think
Wait,
there's a switch
is that
in
a switch
hand.
in hand?
I think it's a switch. Boom.
Boom.
All right, so Dan banking on them playing not Toby not being able to switch it out.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we have a
Switch.
switch. So just
Yeah.
quick search for an
Quick
energy.
search for energy.
Clefairy's gonna clean this game up for Toby.
Yep.
So yeah, there's a full bench on both players' sides, so this will do 220 max.
Yep. Perfect. And Toby takes the first game here against Dan. But Dan wasn't really in it for a lot of the game here. So
Was it Ahmed Rardov in the chat? You
yeah,
did say the comeback was starting.
comeback was starting, and comeback was kind of getting there too. Yeah. So I thought Dan had game with the cruel arrow, but I was like he needs two prizes.
Yeah, he needs a two prize
Yeah.
to do it. So
Yeah.
100 isn't really getting there.
Yeah, but it's a good try from Dan. But let's talk NAIC meta a little bit here. I know, so you're going.
Yes.
A lot of the gang's going. There's gonna be a lot of people there. It's probably not much of a surprise what you're gonna end up playing to the event.
Yes, I will be playing Yon Mega EX to the event.
Absolutely.
No.
No, but people really know you, Trev. They know you're gonna play Gardevoir.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be playing that deck until it rotates out next year.
Yeah.
I don't see any much of a point
Yeah.
to get out.
There's only been one regional you haven't played Gardevoir to, right?
Actually, no. In my lifetime of playing regionals, I've only not played Gardevoir twice.
Twice.
I played Shenpao to Indy.
Oh, you played Shenpao. Yeah. Okay.
And then I played Palkia Dusknoir to Louisville.
Louisville. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, I will probably be playing Gardevoir again.
Yeah, probably again. And honestly, it's a good pick for the event. I mean, it's been one of the hottest decks of the format. It's won a good amount of the Journey Together format.
A good amount, or as in the majority?
A majority of them. I think there's maybe only like one or two that it didn't win. And it's honestly solid. It's like a solid deck, and it's really well positioned going into the meta.
Yeah. It does pick up a bad matchup in the hottest news thing from Destined Rivals, the Marnie's Grimmsnarl deck.
Yeah.
Being that deck. We played a little bit last night of it, and
we were testing it out a little bit last night.
I was playing Guardy, of course, but it just seems one of those decks where like anything I do, I'm sure I just haven't ironed out too many of the lines yet for Guardy, but anything I did just got met with like an immediate response by like Grimmsnarl being able to like KO Guardy, or being able to take two of KO Guardy if I knocked it out with like a Charmed Drifloon.
Monkey Dory opens a lot of doors with it too.
Yeah.
I feel like during those games, if I had more like Frostlass like presence, like it probably could have gone like it could have been like
even worse.
Yeah. But yeah, so that could be a bad matchup for Gardevoir. I think historically Zoroark hasn't been the best matchup for Gardevoir either.
Historically, yes, but we do have Shaman.
Yeah.
Which does help immensely against Zoroark.
Yeah.
We'll see how. I'm curious to see how if Zoroark does still have a presence in the metagame.
Yeah.
Because of Shaman. Because before Shaman, it was like one of the easiest decks to pilot that could beat Gardevoir pretty handedly.
Yeah.
But now with Shaman being able to block bench attacks or have bench barrier, but only for non-rule box Pokemon.
Yeah.
But that still is enough to stop whatever Zoroark's doing, because they're only doing 90 to the bench. So
that's true.
There is lines, but like that involves like smacking into something first.
Yeah.
But still. But yeah. And Zoroark, Marnie's Grimmsnarl, Dragapult still kicking, still alive and kicking.
That's the next thing I was going to bring up is how do you think Dragapult's going to kind of fare? Do you think it's still a real deck? Do you think it's still like the big bad in the room? Like, what are some of your thoughts on Dragapult and its presence in the meta?
I think it's still fine. I think it's still fine, even though Guardy has been winning and all that. I feel like most of the time people aren't like unless until like late into day two, most people playing Dragapult aren't going to go up against Michael Davidson level, Hydrate
Yeah.
Chow level, these high level guardy players that
Hmm.
like no basically hammered out every line, so they can. I'm sure Dragapult is able to still perform well because I think it also takes a good matchup, or I think people say it's like it's the Grimmsnarl matchup is favored for Dragapult because you're
Yeah.
able to, like Phantom Dive, knock out all their snow runs before they turn to Frost Lasses,
Yeah.
or with all this damage spreading around, it's like sometimes uh, the Grimmsnarl can't move all the damage off itself. So, um, so yeah, it's kind of like this. I saw someone on Twitter, or like some people say like it's a rock, and then like a rock paper scissors kind of meta,
Hmm.
where like okay, Guardy beats Dragapult, Dragapult beat Grimmsnarl, Grimmsnarl beats Guardy, right?
Yeah.
Um, and then also there's like probably some other outliers like Raging Bolt. I think
Yeah.
Raging Bolt
That was
is
what I was gonna mention next too, because
Raging Bolt's good.
Quinn mentioned Raging Bolt in the chat here, and Raging Bolt is off also like fresh off of a couple of big finishes as well. It won Milwaukee. You know, a local that we like to claim, Christian Fontana, also had a very good finish with Raging
Yeah, we
Bolt.
had two Chicago locals in
Yeah,
top
in
four. It's
top four at
crazy.
Portland. So, Raging Bolt's also a really good, well-positioned deck in the meta as well. It's also one of those decks that has that stigma of being like, a little too easy, too straightforward to play, but the Noctowl engine gives it a lot more outs now. So
Yes,
there's a
it's
lot of
very more in depth.
yeah, there's a lot of more lines that you can kind of work with now, and it definitely takes a lot of practice now to like really play at an efficient level. And I think guys like Christian and like guys like Labella have kind of like really done a good job of showing how good the deck can be as well.
Oh yeah, especially like
Yeah,
before Noctowls were introduced into the deck, it was
yeah,
more like oh, churn through your deck, like your entire
yeah.
deck, and you'll
Just
have the cards.
draw Sada.
Draw Sada, and then like
Yeah,
choose. Just keep trying to draw Sada, right?
yeah,
But now with the Noctowls, you're like playing with your deck face up, which
yeah,
is something a strength that not many players are able to do,
yeah. Definitely. So
or cards that are able to do. So
yeah, it's definitely one of those ones where you need to really know how to manage your resources well and all that stuff.
yeah,
I guess another one to kind of talk about, we're on the topic of the turbo decks, the Joltik box, the Crayon deck.
the Crayon deck.
Do you think that's going to have a presence at NAIC?
It does. Joltek Box, I think, does have pick up a really good matchup into Grimmsnarl, because you have your Garvantula to start answering it.
Yeah.
You have your inherent speed of the deck. Sometimes the Grimmsnarl deck can't, like rare candy in the Grimmsnarl or anything
Hmm.
quick enough, so you can just start amping literally everything on their board. Before, well, you can amp everything except Grimmsnarl, which is like, who cares? Because you can just Garvantula into it later.
Yeah, definitely. Tokaboka TFT, where's PokeChamp? That's a good question. I wonder, are we putting him on? Is Evan going on stream? Oh yeah, he's going on stream next round. So, um, yeah, you'll see him. There we go.
Oh, big
Look
man.
at that.
All
There you
right.
go. Your wish is our command. So,
All right. So we
Evan is back. He hasn't been playing too much lately, but um, he is on the Raging Bolt. And he's definitely a really good player too, part of the Nerd Rage Gaming team, and he'll show us why that Raging Bolt deck is so strong. And going against Josh DeLuca on Garchomp EX. This is probably the Cynthia's one, right?
yes, he's Cynthia's Garchomp EX, another deck that has been introduced into the metagame with
Yeah.
Destined Rivals.
I don't know if this one's going to have as much meta presence, though.
Probably not,
Yeah.
but
It's got a pretty alt art, I'll tell you that much.
it has a pretty alt art.
Yeah.
But it is
Ooh, so Evan got the Baby Bolt starting here, and that's another reason, too, why the Raging Bolt's been such a good deck, is the Baby Bolt. The Baby Bolt has um, so much application, has so much use, is able to snipe anything on the board. And in the case of Cynthia's Garchomp, that has a lot of babies on the board, that Baby Bolt's going to be sniping a lot of stuff. So,
yes.
yep, the Ogerpon's coming down here. Something about Evan, too. He plays really quickly, so it's going to be, interesting to see some of the things he's
he
going
is
to be
one of
able
the
to do.
fastest Snorlax control players I've ever seen.
Yeah, he plays a lot of like stall related decks, and he also plays a lot of turbo decks. So, first thing he does is he's going with the Fan Rotom here, Fan Call to grab the two Hoot Hoots and the Noctowl, and then probably gonna need to find a way to get the Ogerpon in play as well.
I don't I don't think I've seen it, but I think Evan doesn't have another ball search or anything,
Yeah,
or
And it's not like he's in too much of a rush for it right now. He could probably just attach, pass, hopefully get
Yeah.
something to work with in the next turn here.
I do think like I think Garchomp or does take a little bit of time to get set
Yeah.
up, get going.
Yeah, so it gives Josh some time here, and he's got a lot of energy in
He
his
has
hand.
5 energy.
What's he got? What's he looking at here? So
But he does have the Arvin, so
yeah,
let's
Arvin's
see.
Arvin's a good play
Take a
here.
little peek see here.
Yeah.
I want to say about this matchup, it is I want to say a little interesting, right? Because I think um, with the Cynthia's, I think was a power band or something like that. Whatever the
Hmm.
Cynthia's tool is, it
Yeah.
means it's plus 70 HP to your Cynthia's Pokemon.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So and then Garchomp EX has 330
Yeah,
HP. So
400 HP Pokemon.
yeah, so I don't. It might be a little bit too tall of a task for a Raging Bolt to consistently discard what
Yeah.
7 energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 energy to just keep knocking out, or no, 6 energy to keep knocking out a Garchomp turn after turn.
Yeah.
That does seem like a little too much, or you might be like a little too resource intensive.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I just
Josh has a good start here, though. He got the Arvin for the Evo, and he also got the Precious Trolley, so he's going to be loading up that bench.
oh yes, so double Roselia, double Gibble. See if there's anything else that he
Yeah.
wants to find out here.
And with those many energies in his hand, he can attach that, and he can go for the Evo play for 2 GB.
Okay, so whoever doesn't know about Cynthia's Gabite, Cynthia's Gabite has an ability. I think it's like Champion's Call or something like that. It lets you search your deck for one Cynthia's Pokemon. So it really is one of those like decks that like once you get a couple Gabites going,
Yeah.
it just kind of just snowballs, and then now you just set up everything.
Yeah. Looks pretty good here for Josh's side here. So he's going to go with the Evo, grab 2 of those Gabites that he kind of searched out already.
Yeah. So next, then Josh's next turn is gonna go crazy because he can be like a Gabite to a Gabite,
Yeah.
Gabite for another Gabite, Gabite for another Gabite,
Yep.
and then like probably just get a ton more of
Yeah.
everything else.
Oh, wait. So Evan cannot use the Jewel Seeker right now.
Yeah, Evan, no Jewel Seeker.
No Jewel Seeker. Oh, I think they realized it.
Oops.
It's okay.
All right, it's okay.
We'll just shuffle it up. It's fine.
All right.
Yeah. That's why I was wondering too why Evan was.
You know, you did say he hasn't been playing too
Yeah,
much.
it's all right, and that's why we're here. We're just here to have a good time.
It's just a
Yeah, I wonder if Evan's gonna be able to kind of, um,
all right. Just throw it back
yeah,
up.
throw it back up.
I don't think there's any there's an attack coming out of. I don't,
Quinn asking in chat, anyone got 4 Ultsada Vitality? He's trying to make some money moves here. I
So-
only got 1, and I'm trying to get my playset, so
Sorry, chat.
yeah,
I do not
sorry.
know.
All right, so going back to Josh's turn because Evan ended up passing it over.
Josh being able to just go straight into double
Was it
Roserade, Cynthia's Roserade.
Is it Rosalia first or Roserade?
No, he had double Roserade in hand already.
Oh, okay.
Um, okay, the gold.
Oh, the
Cynthia.
gold Garchomp.
Gold Garchomp. Well, now you see, essentially, Josh is gonna just pick out all the Cynthia's Pokemon out of his deck
Yeah.
from all these Gabites that are
Such
about
a
to come
crazy
down.
start here already. And what does this Garchomp do? Do you know?
Do I? Oh, for 1 energy, it's I think corkscrew something. Or
Uh-huh.
1 energy, it does 100. Then you draw until you have 6 cards in hand,
Oh,
and
not too
then
bad.
it has an attack that does 260 for 2 fighting, and then discards the 2 energy.
Okay.
But with Roserade's ability, it does. I forget what it's called, but it means your Cynthia's Pokemon do like plus 20 damage for each one.
Oh my god.
Plus 30.
Plus 30.
Plus
Oh,
30.
shout out to Bryce. He's got it all put in the screen already for us here to read.
Thank you, Bryce. But
yeah.
would that mean with just 1 energy, he can corkscrew or dive or something? Whatever the first attack on Garchomp is to knock out this
Oh,
baby bolt
now we have
and draw 3.
now we have the Crispin here on Evan's side.
Let's see what he can do here.
Yeah, not too much here. Maybe just like a prime catcher play, try to stall something in the active.
Yeah, I would say Garchomp is pretty hungry for those energy attachments onto itself. There isn't any way of getting energy accelerated onto.
Good thing that Josh has so many in
Garchomp.
hand already.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one thing you don't. Another like kind of like chink in the armor of Garchomp
Yeah,
is that yeah, you can draw cards from your attack, but if they ever get Iona'd away, then like they're
yeah.
gone.
So this could be just a prime catcher play on the to get the fan rotom in, and then the fan rotom could assault landing for what 70 damage for something on that Gabite.
Yes. So yeah, another one of those things. Just like some of these Pokemon are just a little too tanky
Yeah, definitely.
for what Evan has so
Yeah.
far. Um,
So looks like we're just gonna get another Garchomp here.
Funny thing is, Garchomp also Land Shark, so it has free retreat. Uh, so
Wait, this the Cynthia's one has
yeah,
free retreat.
Cynthia's
What?
all Garchomps have like free retreat. It's kind of
Really?
crazy.
Like
Um,
historically?
I don't know if historically, but at least this one I know for sure has free retreat.
Oh wow. I think the Paradox Rift one also has
Yeah,
free
the
retreat.
Water Terra also has
Yeah.
free retreat. But yeah, free retreat really powerful, and
Yeah.
especially on a super tanky Pokemon.
Yeah. Whose
Uh,
idea was it to give a 330 HP Pokemon free retreat?
but hey man, if you
Yeah.
put the item on it, now it's 400.
Yeah, I
Perfect.
know, right?
Um,
Oh man, Josh is just chilling right now.
and like what, like it honestly looks like a little crazy for Evan's side because
Yeah.
now Josh, like basically is fully set up with everything he could possibly have.
Yeah.
He had, obviously he drew all the 5 energies,
Do
so
those
it's
Roserades also have one retreat?
I think
Bryce,
so.
do you know?
I think they do.
Yeah, do they? One retreat?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
and one retreat. So
Jeez.
just the energy attach is just enough to get anything
Yeah.
going. Um,
So
but yeah, getting like a ton of these Garchomp set up and
yeah.
like asking Evan to like as of right now he which is Garchomp doesn't have 400 HP because it doesn't have
Yeah.
the tool, but it's just just forcing Evan to answer like this big chunky Pokemon turn after
Yeah.
turn might not be enough because I
Yeah.
think with the Raging Bull, because you kind of want to get like a little bit like a prize here or there just from like just being how fast you are, but when decks like this are just able to like evolve up so quickly
Yeah.
and have so much a huge HP pool. It's just a too tough, maybe too tough of
Yeah.
an ask for Raging Bull.
I'm not gonna repeat that message from Dan, but
That is
I
that
read it.
that's not what it's called.
I
That's
read
not
it.
what it's called.
I hear you. Yeah, so
All
Evan
right.
just scoops it up.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
not the hand is a little too dead.
Can't with you sometimes, Dan. It's
Only
funny
you.
too because every time we get these messages come up, Dan will always text me right after and be like, "I do this to make you belly laugh on stream." So we
Always a
go to our other
jokester.
game here. We have Eli and Pep,
Raging Bolt
Raging
Mirror.
Bolt Mirror. So looks like we are doing a Bellowing Thunder here.
All right.
3 energy off.
So
Eli's going to respond here. So Eli goes, or Pep goes down to 3 prizes remaining, and Eli's got 4 remaining. So, right on topic here for right on the right plan for
yeah,
Eli.
yeah, definitely want to go like
Yeah,
Pep
yeah,
being on a
big Pep here.
Pep
So
being on odd prizes though is a little awkward for him.
yeah,
So because
it's always tough.
Eli is able to find a 2 prize knockout this turn.
Yeah, which is most likely.
Yeah, getting a double double bolt down that will help.
Yep.
Yeah, just cleaning up the board.
Yeah, trying to clean up
Something
the
about
board.
all these like Area Zero decks,
Yeah,
there's just too much going
there's
on.
no easy way to make the board look nice or organized, but
Yeah.
here we are. So we got the Sada here.
All right, Sada. So Eli just needs to find 4 energy for this knockout on this Raging Bolt. Um, definitely,
He's got it.
he's
He's
doing it.
got it. He's doing the thing. Ooh,
And the bear.
Ursaluna. This is crazy.
No, yeah, this is Eli.
And he's got another Hoot Hoot still.
Yeah,
Eli's chilling here.
Pep also has a Hoo Hoot available to him as well.
Yeah.
So I think but it's just a little too awkward just because Eli, I guess, took the first 2 prizes first.
Yep.
So yeah, Eli going down to 2. What can Pep do here
Yeah.
to stave off?
Yeah. I don't know if Pep plays Briar, but this could be one of those things where Briar kind of takes over.
I don't know. What would you? I don't think.
Briar wouldn't close the game out.
I don't think Pep has enough energy onto the Ogerpon
Yeah,
to like pump up the damage numbers enough where Briar is an option.
yeah.
Um,
Even if he did play it,
I don't
but
know. Maybe Avenue right now. I don't know Pep's list right now, but if he did, he might be able to play. I'm curious to see if he plays like a judge or anything,
yeah,
because even if he does, even if Pep does get this a knockout, a two prize knockout here, or anything, he still only has one, and Eli can just respond with another one.
yeah.
But we'll definitely see.
So Fez comes out here.
Just,
Yeah, but
okay,
even if he does play Judge here, it's like hard because he can't like take both in the knockout
yeah, take a knockout and.
and use the Judge because he needs to power up something here.
Hmm.
Unless this was like a thing where like Fan Rotom was attacking and he had like a Prime Catcher, but it's tough to see. He's in a tough situation here, but he does have the Prime Catcher available. Prime Catcher could be a thing.
Yeah, unfortunately can't stall, or yeah, maybe he could be like a stall on a Noctowl, but even then,
Yeah.
I don't know how. Um,
Oh, brings up the bear. Okay. I kind
okay,
of like this.
yeah,
Yeah.
all
Pep
right.
going in. What's yeah. Oh, he's showing him the dub, I think. I think they're trying to figure it out. Oh,
All right, just let's see what
yeah, let's just play it out. Let's see what we're doing. Eli was showing he had a potential win here. Um,
um
oh, he's got the charm. Okay. 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 Is he going for the Naki Waki here?
the Naki Waki.
Yeah.
So yeah, so just gonna you know Pepton just going for this knockout onto the
Yeah.
bear
Yep.
and seeing what's up.
I think Eli might have a play too.
You
Does
know,
he have
like
boss?
both players don't play hand disruption, so like
Yeah.
everybody's hand, like both hands at the end of the game is just insanely
Yeah.
huge. So it's just
Yeah.
gonna be
So
like,
this is gonna be Noctowl boss here.
yeah, then grab the bear.
Yeah.
Boss anything.
Yep.
All right, Eli taking it over on the Raging Bolt Mirror.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely just one of those decks. Or one of these those kinds of matches. Like, all right, who can take the first two
Yeah.
first?
It's really it's a battle of attrition. It's one of those things where
Who goes? Or
you
also like
bash
who?
your heads into each other until somebody kind
Someone,
of
someone gives.
yeah. So
Um,
Raging Bolt, it's definitely one of those decks that it's got a lot more versatility now than
yeah.
what we've seen in the past, but still one of those more straightforward decks where you're kind of able to go with that 2-2-2 game plan, and you'll see a lot of success if you're able to follow that.
Remember earlier when I said there was like a triangle meta
Yeah, the
with
rock
like
paper scissors.
rock
Yeah,
paper scissors? Then there's like Raging Bolt on the side of it. And I was like,
yeah,
yeah, I'm going to try and kill all your baby Pokemon
yeah,
before they evolve.
yeah.
And if they're able to find, like, if they're able to do something like that, then it's like, cool.
Yeah, it's weird too because you see that like triangle, right? The rock, paper, and the scissors, and then
Yeah.
you have like Raging Bolt coming in on one side, and then like since people see Raging Bolt on one side, people are coming in with Charizard on the other side, and they're like, ah, that's back, we're back, we're back.
Yeah. Now we wait.
Yeah,
Now we wait.
I've definitely been seeing on Twitter. There's some fiends out here who's still trying to play Charizard.
Jackson 4, we know you.
Yeah,
They're playing. Well, no,
shout
actually,
out to you.
Dragapult Zard. I
Yeah,
think
Poltzard. Poltzard's apparently fire. That's what I
Poltzard
hear.
is also like
Yeah,
getting real popular.
yeah, Poltzard's cool. I like Poltzard.
Um,
Yeah, I remember Poltzard like right after NAIC last year. I think Tord played that um, at last year's NAIC, and he got
I
like a
think
top 16 finish or something like that. I remember playing that
I
deck.
can't remember now.
Yeah,
But no, yeah, Poltzard. Yeah, Poltzard is honestly like a pretty good answer to like what Guardy's doing.
yeah,
It's just like a big chunky dude that it's really hard to knock out
yeah. And it's
unless
cool when you have two big attackers, one that can spread energy or spread damage everywhere, and the other one that accelerates energy to itself and gets stronger as the game goes on.
oh yes,
Yeah,
definitely. You know, the menace is back.
yeah. The menace is back. Yeah.
Speaking of like other metagame stuff, like is there anything else like any like I won't say like rogue tier, maybe like tier two, tier 1 point. I guess
The
like
1.5 stuff.
'cause
I guess we what did we talk about already? We talked about Guardy. We talked about Pult.
yeah, they had like the big three already
Yeah, we talked about
and Bolt.
Bolt. let's see what else what else are like some of the other big stuff to
There's
kind
like
of talk about.
E-
EV Box,
EV
yo, EV
boxes.
Box.
So yeah, all
Yeah.
the Noctowl decks are just hoping that people don't play Watchtower.
Yeah.
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 So it's just like people right now are just like maybe thinking like it's not worth the slot to counter Noctowl decks.
Yeah.
So it's like this classic like Manaphy situation like from like 2 years ago. It's just
Yeah.
people weren't playing bench sniping attacks, so people
Yeah.
weren't playing Manaphy, but then now people are playing Manaphy, and then
Hmm.
also they can cut the Manaphy, but then sometimes if they came back in, oh man, the
The
bridge.
bridge. Oh yeah, the bridge.
Oh, you were,
Big
I know
big
you've been
bridge
a
guys.
you were a big bridge fan.
Big bridge guy.
You know,
Yeah.
if anyone watched the Wolfie video, he's
Yeah.
also a big bridge
Yeah, big bridge guy.
fan to win
Yeah.
the Toronto Regional. Anyway,
Yeah. So there's a lot of other cool decks out there that we can kind of hopefully see at NAIC. And it's NAIC, people come to the event to innovate. They come with the spice and all that stuff.
yeah, I think this
Yeah.
is like one of the metas that's been like the most focused. So I guess that allows people like Ben here with the bridge to like really build like kind of anti-meta or just like really counter it
Yeah.
as well as they're able to,
Yeah.
which is really smart stuff because I just only play Guardian and
Yeah.
hope for the best.
Oh, another one we could talk about, Goldango. Goldango's been on the downtrend
Yeah,
after a not so great finish in Milwaukee. What are you thinking of Goldango? Do you think
see,
Goldango is gonna get some play, or do you think it's like gonna get a downtrend some more?
I think yeah, I'm trying to like I don't know exactly why Godengo has been on the downtrend
Yeah.
as much as it had. Um, but I guess maybe just because like I know Grimmsnarl has like Grimmsnarl can just like spread everywhere and a Maractus.
Hmm.
So I think with picking up of such a bad, I guess a bad match. I don't know how bad it is, or if it is bad. Theoretically, in my head, it's bad for Godengo to go up against these like Frostlass monkey decks, because like uh, Godengo churning through 6 single prizers
Yeah.
and then having to answer like a huge Grimmsnarl at the end of the game seems really bad. And I know Grimmsnarl decks usually play like a Devo at least once,
Yeah.
and so it's just like, and so a Godengo playing around all this damage spreading, all the potential Devo, and having enough resources at the end of the game to deal with the big Grimmsnarl at the end.
Yeah.
I guess it's just like a little too much, even though you're drawing like half your deck. It's just not enough resources in your deck to keep up with something like that.
Yeah, definitely. And it was a really strong play starting from like, EUIC going into rotation, had some really good placements at the beginning of the format as well. But yeah, now might not be the time to play Goldango. But there are a lot of Goldango believers out there, especially in Europe. There's a lot of them out there.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Europe loves its Goldango.
I think
Yeah,
Yelle von
yeah,
Kampen, I think is what his
yeah,
name is. Yeah, he's been on that deck for like ever.
yeah,
I think he's just like even when like no one knew or like no one really what's the word, like believed in it. He
yeah,
was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep playing the funny cheese man,
yeah.
and like he just kept getting like top eights. So I'm just like, all
Hmm.
right, there's definitely something here.
Yeah,
So yeah,
definitely, definitely. So, NAIC is going to be an interesting time here. It's going to be
you know,
the big event with this current format here until we move into Worlds, and that's when we're going to get our cool black and white format as well.
yes, that's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's going to be a cool one. A lot of the cards have already been revealed for that one.
That
Um,
beautiful set.
yeah,
This is,
really pretty cards in there. I wonder how hard it is to secure some of that product.
I. I was able to pre-order one of each ETB
Okay,
from the Pokemon Center. As
okay.
for how much more product I will be able to open outside of those two,
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm gonna keep an open mind and be optimistic and be
yeah.
like, hopefully they like print it to the ground and
Yeah,
I'm able to
hopefully.
like
But apparently it's supposed to be short printed initially, just because they want to focus on reprinting all the other older sets like Journey Together,
and just like
Surging Sparks, and
yeah,
Destined Rivals. So
yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be an interesting time. Oh, and Prismatic. They also want to focus on printing more of that too, because that's been
You know, it's
yeah,
honestly one of the sets that started this
yeah,
whole
the whole
shortage
thing.
thing.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah. No, I know you were mentioning like something about like it's like NASC probably the end of the season for most people.
yeah.
I just want like how do you feel about like how your season went
Oh, my
overall?
season was awful. I didn't play that much because I was finishing up nursing school, so
Okay.
I finished nursing school like right when like Baltimore started, and then I was trying to grind out. I was studying for my NCLEX. Um,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, my first event wasn't until December. I played in Toronto. Didn't do too well at that event.
And
I went to EUIC. Didn't do too well at that
yeah,
event.
we went. And it
Yeah,
was
we went together,
not the greatest.
and
Not the
then
greatest.
I went to Milwaukee. I did worse at that one too.
No, it's
I
okay.
had an awful season. I think I've only had like I think I had like 3 total finishes this whole season. I got 2 challenge wins and a cup second.
A cup second is more than I've accomplished
Yep.
this season. So
Well, I mean, you got points at like all the regionals, right?
I think I've been able to get top 512 at every single regional I've been
Yeah.
to. Spoiler alert: I like lost like four win-ins this season. So I was like, all right,
You'll get over it. You'll
well,
get it.
I got one more
You
chance.
got one
I
more
got
chance.
one more chance.
Yeah.
Um,
You'll get there.
yeah, my season definitely an improvement from last season.
Yeah.
I think I got like I don't know, only like 60 CP.
Yeah, damn, we're getting Trev the Limitless next season.
What do you mean next season? I'm getting it this season.
Yeah, that's true. Next event, we're getting it
I'm
next
I'm
event.
getting it this event.
Yeah.
But no, I only got like 60 or 80 CP last season, and
Okay.
then I've managed to balloon that into like I think 360,
Okay.
365
Okay.
this
Yeah,
season.
that's pretty good.
I've probably just been
I actually ended up with less CP. I got 100 CP last season, and I'm at like I think like 90 this season. So
You know what? That's okay.
yeah,
You didn't play as much.
I didn't play very often. Yeah,
You didn't play
I
that
don't know
much.
how it's gonna be next season either, but we'll see. Hopefully, I can play some more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's definitely my hope too. I think
yeah,
this year I went pretty hard on the traveling. I think I
yeah,
went to like again like EOIC. I went to like you know 5 other regionals. That
yeah.
then now NAIC soon.
Hmm.
I'm hoping that I have the opportunity to keep going as
Yeah,
many, or but who knows. One can dream. One can
yeah,
dream about going to many events or
yeah.
often. So
Definitely, Ibarra, you're definitely getting that 128, I believe.
yeah,
Yeah,
if I hit you in day 2,
yeah,
I'll scoop. It's fine.
yeah. Appreciate it, Mayav. Yeah, but I will say the one thing that I did improve on from last season to this season is I had a lot more fun.
Oh yes, me too.
Yeah, I will say every time I traveled to an event, I had so much fun.
No, I like
All the travel buddies that I've had the
yeah, like
last like few events. Oh man, it's been so much
all
fun.
honestly all the people like I've been able to meet
Yeah,
through regionals, got to
yeah.
hang out through regionals. I was like,
That's the point of doing this.
yeah,
At the
like
end of the day, is like
like
I've met all my best friends playing this game and traveling to all these events and stuff
yeah,
like
like
that. Like,
the amount of friendships and stories
yeah,
I've been able to like have and experience just
yeah,
from traveling and doing this stuff. I'm just like honestly like if you told if you told us
yeah,
like if you told like maybe like 3 years ago or probably like before like the end of this next of the last season that
yeah,
we'd be like hanging out with like Kieran Farah and
yeah,
Neil or
yeah,
like hang out with like so many of these
yeah,
Chicago people that we
yeah.
know or
True, true.
just people around the world. I'm just like wow, this is
Yeah,
insane that I've been able to meet these people and like form these connections and then
yeah. Just because of a silly little card game, you know.
just little pieces of
Bryce,
cardboard.
could you scroll down on the I don't know if it's the restream. It says there's new messages on there. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Toronto was
Toronto was so good.
Toronto was
Yeah,
something for the history
yeah.
books.
Toronto is gonna be something I talk about for a long time.
Yeah, remember that time we
Yeah.
got locked out of the hotel and I had to
Don't worry.
pay.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
But no,
But
yeah, no, yeah,
yeah,
definitely just like
even if like serious, casual or not, like like whatever you do with this game, just like try to have a good time with it. That's all we could
yeah,
really ask for because the stories that you like create traveling and
yeah.
stuff like that. That's really what this game is all about.
Like
Definitely.
even in like Milwaukee, I got to play against Andrew Hedrick.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
think I get to like I don't think I'm gonna get that opportunity
Yeah,
very often,
yeah, the
but I'll take
bucket
it.
the bucket hat went into sailor mode that game, and,
That
and
was,
you were yeah you
yeah,
were locked in. I
I was
remember.
locked in.
Yeah,
It was a game 3 situation in turns, and then it was it
yeah,
was pretty intense. But Andrew Hedrick was like in his
yeah. He was
his
in his
goat
bag.
status.
He was in his bag that event.
Like he just like brain
Yeah,
blasted and like wiped both my curlias or like a
yeah,
curly and a Ralts on turn 2 under Badu, and I'm just like I was like turn 3 or
yeah,
something, but I'm like, all right, sure, you got it, buddy.
yeah. I think I was dropped from the event by that time.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
it's okay.
but I remember watching the end of that game, and it was getting intense.
No, it was. I thought it was like really cool that like
Yeah,
I would like look up. I would like pass the turn. I'd look up and I'm like, oh hey, he's like the top 25 players in the
Yeah.
nation just like watching our game because
Yeah.
it's Andrew Hedrick, and
I
I'm just
know.
like, this is really cool.
It is really cool.
Um,
Yeah, and it was cool seeing all the all the crew throughout that, any weekend that we're playing, just
mhm.
because you can just see them at the top tables doing their thing and stuff like that. And lately, last few events, the Chicago people, they've been coming to play. So
Yeah, no, we've
yeah,
been showing up.
yeah, there's definitely been some really good play out there. So um, that's really what it's all about. We have fun. We play well. All that stuff. We finally got the big regional dub on the board from Michael Davidson.
Thank you, Michael.
So Chicago's here.
Chicago is here.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, like, even like thinking about the future too, just wait until Justin Templer ages
Oh
up to
yeah.
Masters, and then now we have to deal with him in
Yeah. Now we
Cups.
have to deal with him too at Cups and Challenges.
And I'm just like, there's
Yeah.
just too many goats in our
Yeah,
region.
I know there really are. And then then all the Wisconsin people come down to here to play too. So
Yeah,
now I got to worry about them
John
too.
Wangard,
John Wangard,
if you're still if
shout
you're
out to
here,
him. Yeah, shout out to him. So there's a lot of really good players here. So
yeah,
a lot of good players nationwide also too. So um,
oh
a lot
yeah.
of that too. So
I'm interested if they'll keep
yeah,
like this top 125 invite system.
yeah, that's another interesting discussion point. Let's talk about that a little bit. So I think the big thing with this season is that they were talking about top 125. That there was not like a raw like CP threshold that you had to sort of meet. And they were kind of incentivizing, hey, you should still play because there's going to be some mid-season rewards. But now we have this Ace Trainer thing where it's 200 CP and you get a promo card, which
We
some
don't know
people,
anything about it yet,
yeah,
but
some people like the promo card, but a lot of people are disappointed with it too. They said there's some other things too. Um, but I guess what I'll ask Trev is like, what do you think for next season? Do you think they should keep the 125? Do you think there should be new incentives? What kind of incentives do you think they should offer? Um, throw out some things.
I think if they do decide to keep this top 125 invite system,
Yeah,
and they do have like this Ace Trainer promo
yeah,
reward, right? Obviously, if you're like at the end of the season and you ended up like top 126, you're not
yeah,
gonna feel great. Or
yeah,
or however, like if you just like lie right outside that invite, because
yeah.
I think
Because they have that. There's a lot of auto invites.
so. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
they factor that out. So it'd be like maybe in reality, maybe like top 135 or something
yeah,
like
something
that.
like that. Yeah,
Because but like to the people that like finished like top 136 to like top 150, and then like they were like so close
yeah,
to cinching it up and stuff like that, and all they have is like one promo card to show for it.
yeah,
I would personally would like to see if like they could do like, oh, if you hit 400 CP, you get something else too,
yeah.
along with the promo card, or like you hit 500, or every 100 or something, you were able to earn a reward,
Yeah,
even
and the
though
other thing too is I don't think that Ace Trainer promo like ships out until like the beginning of next year, and it's not even available in Brazil. I also
yeah.
heard about that. Brazil's not even gonna get the card, which is crazy. Yeah,
um, Mr. Blank, like the invite system before this new top
yeah,
rank 30, before this top 125 rank system. I think the point threshold should be raised, in my opinion.
yeah. And I think a lot of
Yeah,
people have that opinion too. And I think the reason why they shifted over to this top 125 thing is because they wanted to have a hard cap, not really a hard cap, but they wanted to really know how many people were actually going to be there. Just because with last year when they had the 600 CP
I think it's 650.
650, yeah, 650 CP threshold. There were a lot of people at that event apparently, and a lot of like there was a lot of just congestion. There was a lot of like people there, overcrowding, this and that. I think Pokemon kind of just wanted to have like a hard cap at like, or I guess a better look at how many people to expect at the event, especially knowing that it was an event in North America that a lot of people could easily get to. They can
Oh
make their
yeah,
way to LAX and make their way over to Anaheim and all that stuff. So.
yeah.
Um, I think that was kind of like one of the reasons why they went over there. But did you have any other thoughts, Trev, about things that they should implement?
Um, we'll see. I
Yeah,
mean, I
Pez, you
think
need 200 points, 200 CP to get the promo.
yes. So
Yeah,
if you have a couple cup wins in your belt,
yeah,
you're good.
yeah. Or if you did well at a regional.
Oh, you did well in the
Yeah,
regional. But yeah, I think this top 2025 invite system is interesting because
yeah,
if I haven't looked at the leaderboard in a bit, but it is around that like around that ish kind of like gray area, like, oh, you could get it or you couldn't get it.
yeah,
It's like ended up being like I don't know, maybe like the total CP that people have on average, I feel like is around like maybe like 670 to like 700, right?
Yeah,
And obviously NAIC is coming, and that will introduce a lot of like
yeah.
CP to.
NAIC is going to be like the make or break event
No,
for
yeah,
top 16 in like the whole country in the world.
with the
But
invite system.
yeah, I mean that's just what we're doing though. Are we down? That's just what we're doing though. Are we down? Oh,
No,
interesting. I knew as soon as I heard
those
those
things.
dings. Yeah, it's all right. We're working on it. We're back. All right, we're back. Okay, cool. Chat, let us know if you can hear us. I think we're getting round 4 started.
Or it'll be round 3.
Oh, round 3. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. So hopefully. Oh, there we go. Everyone's coming back now. All right, chat, we're back.
Are we
We're
back?
having some
Chat,
connection issues.
chat, can you hear me?
Yeah, chat, can you hear us? Um, but we're getting a round 3 set up here, so we'll have some
Oh,
gameplay
thank
for
you,
y'all
Pez.
soon. Thanks,
Yeah.
Pez. Shout out to you.
Shut up, Pez.
Um, but yeah, it looks like we're gonna have Lane and Roth, and then Alfredo and my goat, Colin Merlin Matthews. I'm so happy he came out today.
I know, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a very long time, so
One of the
yeah,
goated roommates of
yeah, I know.
Toronto.
Yeah, it's always fun traveling with him because we had Toronto with him, and
What's the play for
yeah,
NA?
what's the play for NAIC?
Rion
Well,
Mega.
well,
Yon Mega
We
EX.
already know Trev's playing Gardevoir. If
And
I was going to the event, I'm
he's
not
playing
going.
Yon Mega EX.
I would play Raging Bolt. I would probably play Raging Bolt. I feel like I needed something that's more like streamlined, something that's like, something that's not as big brained because I played Gardevoir to Milwaukee and I didn't have very much fun. So, yeah, there's a lot. Probably you can't go wrong with any of those. If you're a seasoned Gardevoir player, Guardy could be really good. If you're a seasoned Pult player, I think Dragapult will always be a good play too.
Yes.
Um,
It's like there's not, or I guess it's just being able to just do what you want to do all the
yeah.
time.
Oh yeah.
Seems
So
pretty good. Seems
yeah.
pretty good.
So hopefully there's some. Oh,
Gosh.
Garchomp. I mean, if you saw DeLuca's, if you caught DeLuca's game against Evan, he was
In
cooking
round
with the
2, yeah.
Garchomp.
But I guess
The Garchomp is actually low key kind of decent though. After seeing it, I didn't know that Gabet had that ability. That's kind
no,
of
yeah, it's
fire.
like just sets up everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's that. Just like deal with the 400 HP
Yeah.
dude. Good luck. I'm gonna do this every turn.
Yeah. For real. That's
Yeah.
that's actually kind of fire. I like that. I like that card a lot. Um, but yeah, I think yeah, if I was going, I would probably play Raging Bolt. Um, Guardy's a good play. Yeah.
You know, I saw Tim Danklin post today,
Yeah.
in Twitter today. He was like chat or something like that. Whatever like thing. He was like, someone tried to convince me to not play a bad deck. And
Yeah.
he was like, it's like Roaring Moon or like Ancient Box with the Dunsparce.
Yeah.
And I'm just I'm just like, oh gosh,
I mean,
here
if
he
there's
goes
someone
again.
who's gonna get that finish with it, it's probably gonna be him.
Actually, Aiden Koos has been kind of doing well too.
Yeah.
I think Aiden Koos with Ancient Box and the Dunsparce, he got like in the last 2 regionals at Portland and Milwaukee, he got like top 16 at both.
Yeah, that's a tough one to play too because there's a lot of shuffling. It's one of those ones that's like it seems easy to play because you know what to do, but all the shuffling and all the motions that you have to do with that deck can definitely throw you off. So it's one of those decks where you really need to know how to play it in person if you really want to do effective with it,
No, yeah.
be effective with the deck.
Like,
Yeah.
and again, like, obviously if you're not playing against Dragapult,
Yeah.
but it's just like if you forcing your opponent to go through 6-1 prizes and like going through your deck all that time with shuffling,
Yeah.
searching out your the Dunsparces, evolving them, all the motions that you do with playing a deck like that. No, yeah, can definitely get definitely like burn a lot of the clock if you're not careful with stuff like that.
Yeah.
He even plays Great Ball, right? Like,
Yeah, he does play Great Ball.
so just like
Shout out to Mo. I know Mo loves Great Ball.
yeah, Great Ball.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm honestly
Great
some
Ball's fire. I
some
like that
people were
card.
like, "Ooh, what if I played Dusk Ball?
Yeah,
Ooh,
Dusk
ooh,
Ball.
little
Yeah, a little
spicier.
spicy.
Let's do Great Ball, but in
Yeah.
reverse, you know."
Yeah, more ball search, right? Yeah.
But no, yeah.
Are we almost ready here, Bryce? Oh, cool. So we got our next game here. Raf on his patented Rage Oh, he's not. Oh, I thought he was playing Roaring Moon for a second. Raging Bolt. It's not really his patented pick, but
It's an ancient Pokemon.
it's a yeah, it's a pick that a play that he's played before. And then Lane playing Gardevoir. I know Lane's been playing Gardevoir for a while too. They've been definitely doing pretty well
Yeah,
with it as of late.
she's been on the grind for a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. So, interesting matchup. And typically, I think we would both agree that Gardevoir is typically favored in this matchup.
Yeah, yeah. It's actually it's a lot closer. I would say it's favored for Gardevoir, but it is
Yeah,
a little closer to a little closer in in the way the game is set up. Just
yeah,
depends on again like one of those things. Just like how does Gardevoir ever come up?
yeah,
Or is Gardevoir able to be hit the board, or is like Raging Bolt too fast to
yeah.
uh and get run off the board or get ran off the board?
Yeah, and I know Lane got a lot of supporters. I know Lane Nation really comes out to support. So Roth coming in with the Fez start here. Yeah, see Lane Nation already here supporting. So Roth starting up here. He's got the Baby Bolt. Is that Koraidon also in hand
Yeah,
as
that's the
well? Koraidon, and
Koraidon.
he also plays the. Oh, so he's going with the
So,
attachment onto the
yeah,
Fez.
I don't think there's anything too much going on with this
Ooh,
hand.
tough for our guy here.
Oh, and Lane finds the buddy
Yeah,
buddy
is that
buff,
the
and
FCBC YouTube channel commenting in chat right now?
oh my god,
What did they put? Is that a fire emoji?
oh, is that
Oh,
that's a
they're saying
wait?
hello. Hello FCBC. We're fans of your product.
Yeah, my Gardevoir. I used your periwinkle sleeves on my Gardevoir for
Yeah,
Milwaukee.
whatever color you use for those light blue ones, that's a clean color too. That's
Uh,
fire. FCBC. You guys
Show
y-
for the Beach Court
yeah,
podcast. They
they
currently have a sale going on
yeah.
for 30% off.
FCBC. I've only heard good things from them, so
Yeah, yeah. Like the Beach Court podcast,
yeah.
30% off or something
30% off, yeah.
for until NAIC or
Yeah.
something like that.
Thanks for
Crazy.
dropping by. We really appreciate having you come out here to watch.
uh, all right, enough shilling.
Yeah.
Back to the game.
Yeah.
So we see Lane
Dropping
the
down
drop
3 Ralts.
dropping down 3 routes. Okay,
Yeah.
like again, like it's one of those like things like um, Gardevoir can lose if you only
Yeah.
get one. Oh,
Yes, Norm did. I did hear that the FCBCs are coming to the store soon.
oh, perfect.
Yeah, Norm was telling us about that, so I'm excited for him.
But yeah. Anyways, uh, oh, we see the
The
Screamtail
Screamtail
slap.
slap for the 30 damage on the active here.
That's honestly could be a little relevant because now you can knock it with. Now you can knock it with the Gardevoir attack
Yeah.
if needed or something.
Yeah. So I wonder what Rob's going to be looking to do here because now he can't really attack here. Just because
Yeah, he's gonna have to
yeah,
Sada for
he's gonna
one and
Sada.
see if he can draw something.
Yeah, and maybe have to do like 60 damage to the Screamtail or something like that.
Actually,
but that seems like a worth idea because that's just gonna hurt him more.
I know that's gonna if he attacks and is able to and then if he attacks and gets put 60 on the Screamtail, then like Link can just
Yeah,
attach again and do a 120 to
I know.
something.
It's not gonna look too good.
Not looking
Rob's trying his best though, so let's see what he can do. Rob
all
is passing
passing.
it.
Okay, the thing is, Lane also isn't doing too much with this hand either.
Yeah, so might be another slap angle here.
I think it's probably another slap angle. Would I maybe consider attaching to or benching the Clefairy and attaching to it?
Oh yeah, that could be a good idea too.
At least in
yeah,
this situation.
Yeah.
But I guess not giving up the first 2 prizes is okay. So
Oh, wow.
in this case, then if I was Lane, I would
Yeah.
definitely start I would bench it and then try to
Yeah.
attach to it and just get going.
All right, so Roth here going with. Oh, I forget that the slap does double damage now.
Yes,
right.
sir.
Okay, so now Rob's gonna be able to get some cards in hand. Probably a grass and a fighting in here, so we could start drawing some cards.
Yeah, I don't think he has another Sada, so he's just gonna have to, hope this one Teal Dance gets him into something crazy.
Yeah, hopefully. But
mean,
when you're relying on the teal dance to let you play the game, that's how you know it's not really going too well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Rob playing to his outs. That's all we can really ask him to do here. So see that teal dance come out first.
All right, let's see what gets in there. A
Sada.
Sada.
Ooh,
But
okay.
we don't have a way to discard energy yet,
Yeah.
though. So it's like
This might have to be just Oh, it doesn't even feel that great though to just hit the active. You might just attach to the Koraidon maybe.
I think you do.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, It's just like
It's so tough.
it's a
Yeah.
little tough right now. Just unfortunately, at least for right now, uh, in a good thing that's it as good for Rafal right now is that Lane doesn't have a Gardevoir set up,
Yeah.
and she only has like 2 card hand.
Yeah.
Didn't really do too much last turn, so the odds of her being able to get a Gardevoir up right now,
Oh yeah, but the shaman, it doesn't block the Clefairy, so at least
at
Roth
least
playing to his outs here.
we're doing that. We're doing
Yeah, we're
that.
still doing something here.
Finds the charm.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've been kind of like interested in like the shaman, how good the shaman could be. I was kind of the opinion that I feel like the Rabska is still kind of decent,
Yeah,
but at the same time, shaman's 1 card. Rabska requires 2 cards.
yeah, and it's one of those things where like if you whiff on the Evo turn
Yeah.
one, then it's like feels real bad.
Yeah. All right, so Fez is activated here for Roth. He's definitely
Okay,
got some stuff to work with now.
finally
Double
to
Hoot Hoot coming down here.
all right.
Yeah. So, oh, okay, okay.
Boom. All
Yo,
right.
Roth can start to do some stuff here. Does I think Screamtail though has a
Fighting
fighting
resistance.
resistance. Yeah.
I think he still does too much.
Okay.
I think since Roth did use like whatever the baby
Yeah.
bolt attack,
Yeah.
some uh Koraidon is active and it will get the damage boost.
Yeah.
So it probably to will be enough to knock out the screen tail.
Yeah.
Um yeah, so
Okay,
get
so
that
Roth matching it.
so let's see what Lane can do. So now the thing is now Roth is like really set up, right? So he's just gonna top deck Iono
Yeah, top deck Iono.
and a nest ball, probably grab a Fez.
Yeah.
Um,
But gotta be careful with the Fez here. 2 prize liability here.
2 prize liability. I
Yeah.
guess that is true, but I feel like you also already have um, a 2 prize liability in that Clefairy that is
That's true.
already damaged. I think it only has like 120. No, it has 190,
Yeah.
130 HP left.
Yeah.
So
Monkey Dory's not bad here.
yes, I get. Oh, they think thankful for Ra for providing the 6 damage counters.
Yeah.
Um, if Lane chooses or is able to find a dark energy.
Yeah, definitely. So Lane kind of kind of thinking about what
What
to
to do?
do here. Maybe play that Iono.
Yeah, I definitely would
Maybe
play
put down the Bravery Charm. Maybe on the Clefairy. That could be a play also. Yeah,
All
looking like
right.
that
I,
might be a play here, and then playing that Iono.
yeah. See, like, yeah, just taking that one knockout with that slap just like allowed Rafal to like
Yeah,
basically draw 7 more cards
yeah,
as when he was just dead drawing for the most
yeah.
part. Um, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what.
Does Ralph have an? Is that no Sada yet? Okay, so
All right. Let's
there's
see. Oh,
Guardy.
Guardy comes down.
Okay, another
Curlia
Curlia.
comes down.
Okay, okay.
All right, we're doing
Wait,
something.
doing stuff here. But how many energy are we working with here? We don't have any energy, right?
She
Has
only has
4.
2.
Yeah, so 4 damage counters coming down. Probably
Uh,
looking to
just
what
thinking,
to retreat into. Maybe like Monkey Dory, try to do a
I was
bind bend.
maybe a my. I was honestly thinking you already have a third round, so I was
Yeah,
like maybe a psychic ankle.
yeah,
Wait, no, never mind. You only have 2.
yeah,
Um, wait, no, yeah,
yeah.
then we're gonna have to monkey some
Monkey,
of the damage off here.
yeah.
Um,
Where would you like to see that?
yeah, definitely. Just if you want to take the knockout, or does Koraidon have a psychic weakness?
I
I
don't.
guess, or maybe
Maybe grass weakness.
maybe it's a grass weakness.
Yeah. Let's
Honestly, I
see.
would like to see the damage go off of the Gardevoir
Yeah,
this time, because having it that 40 HP means it is capable. It is susceptible
yeah,
to a Raging Bolt with 4 energy
definitely.
EX attack, making that go down. Which is anytime Gardevoir goes down, not good, not good at all.
Yeah, so Rob's trying to sequence out a play here. He's got Ultra Ball, he's got some energies that he could look for, and he's just trying to find a way to get that Noctowl in play and really open up the game from there because as soon as he's able to get that Noctowl, he can grab stuff like Area Zero, he can grab another Sada, he can grab him. It's like the world is his oyster, Like he's
Yeah,
kind of able to just do so much. It's kind of like what you were saying earlier, how you play with your card space up kind of thing. And Noctowl really like enables a lot of that. So
I
really interesting game
I
here.
did see he had Rafal has an Ultra Ball in hand, so has access to it, but probably just trying to just grabbing sequence out those things, just get some
Yeah,
better discards in the to get your energies into the discard, so you
yeah,
can start, Sada get everything back.
yep. Okay, grab area 0. Probably what, area 0 Sada or something like that? He's got 2 nest balls, so we can grab like Latias and Raging Bolt.
I think he has to get Area Zero as at least one of them,
Yeah,
and then maybe yeah,
yeah, Sada. And then he has, as was like saying, he's got 2 nest balls, so we can grab like another Raging Bolt or another like different kind
you
of,
can probably grab like Raging Bolt again
yeah.
and grab Latias to
Latias
conserve
would
this.
be solid too,
Yeah,
because, I mean, this Crydon's currently confused, so
yeah. I
yeah,
think it has to retreat, and you want to really conserve that energy for
yeah,
that huge knockout onto the Gardevoir. Thankfully for Rafal, Lane did not monkey the damage off that Gardevoir,
yeah.
and was able to. And then, so it is susceptible to that for like a gust or anything like that.
Ooh,
Okay.
so looking to just put the damage here. Let's see here. Putting
Rafal just contemplating what to put the
the,
energies on.
yeah.
Um,
Okay.
so just that. Draw three.
Draw
Let's see what
3.
gets him.
Fan Rotom.
Fan another Koraidon.
No, that's
Oh,
the Slitherwing.
Slitherwing. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. The Slitherwing's the anti-Pikachu.
Anti Pikachu card.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nest Ball. Probably finding a Latias, I think. Or no,
Yeah.
he's looking.
I did,
He's eyeing up a Volt EX.
yeah. I did see Latias, unless my eyes are deceiving me again, like they were earlier in round 1.
Sometimes you just can't see it due
Yeah.
to the angle of
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
decides to go. Is it
Maybe the Mew here? Mew here is interesting as well. I guess he's looking to kind of thin out his entire hand here.
maybe?
Yeah.
No, I guess that does make sense if that is the angle he is going for. Air Zero with his 8 bench spots.
Yeah,
You gotta fill it up somehow, right?
definitely. So we're going with, is this the retreat?
Yeah, it looks like he's prepping for a retreat. Um, all right, here we go.
Probably need to attach return. That's how we're going to get the knockout
That's
on the
90.
Monkey Dory,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom. All right. So the 110 gets the Monkey Dory out of play here.
All right,
And
Rafal
keeps,
going down to 4.
yeah, keeps her fall down here on 4 prizes remaining. And he's trying to keep the liabilities low here.
No, yeah, definitely. Like the way that's triple Ultra Ball.
Triple Ultra Ball. Interesting. I wonder what you go for here. Do you grab something like the Fez? Do you grab something like maybe a Mew?
Yeah, maybe Mew.
Yeah.
We can do the Twitter clip.
Yeah.
You can do the. Okay, so this Lane opting for the Fez here.
Yeah.
Um, I think in this particular situation, yeah, I think you just have to go for something like this.
Yeah.
Because Rafal has his board right now where all his attacking threats are just single prizes, and
Yeah.
it's just not. Uh, and as a Gardevoir player, like going even on prizes, you always want to do that up trade. You always
Yeah.
want to like take a big knockout with Drifloon and with against a 2 prizer, or you want to like start sniping things, but being like dead even on the prize trade like this is a little like I don't know, not really scary,
Yeah.
but just like a little worrying that you don't have enough, or like they're just like that little slight inch that they took in the beginning of the game
Yeah.
was gonna help them like push them over the edge of the game
Yeah.
itself.
Definitely.
So we see an Artisan. I see something else. Arvin, that will do it. Or that will help.
Yeah, Arvin maybe will grab like a counter catcher or another, or like an earthen vessel, something like that. Something that can just discard, or gust. Those are kind of like
Yes,
the things where,
counter catcher is active. But again, it's just like all the attacking threats that Rafal has set up, or like where all the energy is committed is on like most of it is on single prizer, right?
yeah.
So it would literally only be like could be like counter catcher or then like swing on the Fez.
Yeah.
But then it's just like regardless of what the things that you can swing with, uh, are like 2 prizes right now with the because both that Guardy and Clefairy aren't really fresh, and there's no Monkey Dory for Lane.
Yeah.
Lane to have access to even do something like that.
Yeah. Super Rod and Evo.
Okay.
So
Wondering what Lane is planning to do with those cards right
yeah,
now.
probably grab some psychic energy first. Still have the attachment for turn.
Yeah.
So that attachment will get the third energy into play. So Gardevoir EX could attack,
Um.
but I don't know how ideal of an attacker
Yeah.
Gardevoir would be. Even the Clefairy, I mean, the Clefairy could attack too, but I don't even know how ideal that would be either.
No, it's just like the two things that like can reasonably attack right now is just not very appealing.
Yeah,
It's just anything, regardless of what lane attacks here, like you're at risk of Rafal finding the two prize response.
yeah. And now that there's like stuff like the Fez out here too, he can kind of just keep his options open and he'll have an idea of what he wants to take for the rest of the game.
Yeah, this is one thing that like okay, um, that I might have like bit Lane in the butt here is
Hmm.
that third Ralts bench. You have Lane did have the Shaman to protect the Gardevoir line before it becomes a Gardevoir.
Yeah,
So what that Ralts could have been a monkey to attach
yeah,
to or
that's
something
true.
like to
Could have
or
been, could have been another like a Screamtail, Drifloon, something like that.
oh we see the attach.
Ooh, is this a Psychic, you think? Psychic?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, this is enough to knock out the Raging Bolt with the
Yeah,
Fairy
with
Zone.
the Clefairy in the active, or the Clefairy in play. And
Yes.
now they're both tied at 4 prizes apiece here.
Yeah, both just only
Yeah,
essentially only giving one just single prizes to both sides.
yep.
Um,
So we see,
no one's really
yeah,
jumping ahead in the prize race right now. But we'll definitely see how it goes. I think we're fall here. You want to try to find another owl and like a raging bolt,
yeah,
and like maybe gust up that guardy, uh,
yeah.
and then just take your two there.
Yeah, that could be an option as well.
Because right now it's just like there's not much. Uh, Lane doesn't have that much access to her deck.
Yeah.
She hasn't been really, unfortunately, hasn't like been finding any researchers to dig through anything or anything like that. But so yeah, I think I'm approaching this game as like a Gardevoir player.
Yeah.
I'm just like thinking about things that would throw the biggest wrench into my game
Yeah,
plan.
definitely.
So yeah, so he,
So, yeah, interesting to see here. So, Raging Bull comes out first. I'm wondering if Roth could find a way to thin the hand out a little bit more, but it looks like he's just going to go with the script here. Is that an owl? I think that's an owl.
he is nodding his head. So
Yeah.
it's Ultra Ball, yes. So
Yeah.
now, nodding his head, yes,
Yeah.
definitely. So
Seems like we got an out to an owl here.
thinking so. All right, Lane has
Mm.
Artisan
Yep.
stuff like that. So yeah,
Okay,
here
so
we
we're
go.
getting rid of the Slither Wing and the Fan Rotom here. Get the owl. Owl could probably grab
I'm thinking Owl grabs
like
Sada and
Prime
like
Sada.
Prime Sada, yeah. Try to I think taking a knockout onto Clefairy here
Yeah.
would be good. Not the
Hmm.
greatest thing, because
Yeah,
obviously getting a knockout on the Gardevoir would be fantastic.
definitely. So I see the Sada. I'm just trying to see if I can see the Prime and the if the Prime is in the deck.
Oh, so
Ooh, might just be boss. What are we looking to
what are
do
we
here?
trying to boss here?
Oh, is this like a this might be like power up Koraidon
Power
and
of Koraidon and
boss
swing on the
boss on
Swan of the
the
Fez.
Fez.
Yeah.
That might be the play here. Yeah, Pez. I
Yeah,
think I think
Pez
your
sees
your
it. You
Pez
s-
sees the vision here.
he-
Yo.
call them an oracle.
Yeah, for real.
But no, yeah, that is now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that is the biggest wrench
Yeah.
in in the
Yeah.
plan right now. It's just like, do I,
Man, I might need to get this list from Roth, low key. Yeah.
maybe NAIC just bring it just in case.
Yeah.
Bring it just in
Yeah.
case. Yeah, but no, but yeah. Now this is like the biggest wrench because now Rafal is or Raging Bolt is able to do what this specific play do what Gardevoir is always known to do, and it's just take a two prize knockout
Yeah.
with a one prizer, and then say like to your opponent, hey, let's go, and even
Yeah.
benches another Hoot Hoot just in case, if just to have another access to another owl just in case. And even then, like if Lane decides to play like this, uh, play like the artisan, like okay, cool, you can just get rid of all your knockdowns, and then you get nice stretcher is now an out to knockdown.
Yeah, and Roth here taking another 2 prizes here.
Take a two.
Gets the leaves and the grass energy here.
All right. Oh yeah, Fall was talking to me about this. He said the leaves was the Grim Snarl tech.
Yeah.
I don't think I haven't seen any Grim Snarls here tonight. It just might be one of those cases of people not having access to Grim
Yeah,
Snarls
that's
just yet.
true. Could be.
But hey,
Yeah,
it's something.
it's something. That's true.
So now we see Raging Bolt take go down to 2 prizes. This is
Artisan's coming down, takes out the Area Zero under depths here. I'm thinking Roth just gets rid of like
just out.
those owls.
Yeah, now your night stretchers are
Yeah.
live.
Yeah, that brings him to 5 on the bench. Not too bad.
Oh, that just
Yeah, they're just talking it out here. They're fine. Okay, so
going for Artisan.
yeah, going for the Artisan here.
Wonder what is opting for. Getting
Maybe get the Screamtail here. The Screamtail could be something that could do some work as well.
yeah, Screamtail, knock out the. I just don't think Lane has access to an Iona here that would really like
Yeah,
hurt Rafal like that much, because again like Lane would take if Lane takes a knockout onto uh just like the owl, right?
Mhm.
It's just Rafal's just gonna respond back, go down to 1 prize now. And now you can't swing with any
yeah,
any of your like your smaller
yeah.
single prizes.
Even if like this Guardy is the one that takes the knockout here, like Roth just goes back with Sada and like fishes for a bunch of other things here.
So yeah, all right. I think Karaida has 130 HP.
That sounds about right.
All right, so Lane moving up the screen tail here, the one that started it all.
Yep. Screamtail coming in here. Putting 4 counters onto the Screamtail. And
Unfortunately, not
we're
too
probably
much
going to see a
else.
Roaring Scream coming out, taking out that Hoot Hoot,
Yes,
which
so
is
Lane going
solid.
down to 3 prizes. Now this is just really scary, cause so now just a Gust and a Sada
Yeah. So let's
can get
see
him
what
there.
Roth is looking to do here. He's got Crispin.
Crispin would mean
I think
600.
Crispin, if like he has the energies in the deck, Crispin could win, I think, the game, maybe.
All right, goes for
No, can't.
the goes for the Fez first. So yeah, honestly, like even getting a 1 prizer here is like totally fine
Yeah.
because Lane hasn't spread enough damage yet to take a 3 prize turn
Yeah.
on the next one. Um, it's just a matter of like, can you get all your attackers set up beforehand?
True.
Maybe even a Latias down here.
Yeah, Latias would be solid here too. But Roth looking like he fails the Artisan search here.
Just another thing of like I keep want to keep like coming back to is just like that third Ralt's coming
Yeah.
on Lane's bench right now hasn't done anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know Lane's list right now, but I'm assuming it would be like a 3-2-2
Mm-hmm.
line of the guard of like the Gardevoir line.
Yep. Oh, there's Sada.
Oops, Sada off the teal dance. Good stuff, good stuff.
Yeah. See here what we're putting down.
But no, yeah, like with only a 3-2-2 line, like that third route isn't actually doing anything because you can't even evolve it up unless you have like rare candy. But most Guardy lists, if you're playing the Evo build, has adapted to only having 1 candy, so it's just like good luck trying to find it when you can.
Mm-hmm. It looks like there's another energy coming down on that Raging Bolt here.
All right, and Night Stretcher 2, I think probably gonna grab another Hoot
another
Hoot.
Hoot Hoot.
Just
set up a checkmate here, hopefully.
yeah, I think.
Okay. Roth's gonna take the knockout here. And do you see Lane having a way to win here?
It's gonna be really tough, for sure. As of right now, it had to only be, yeah,
Okay.
something like a counter catcher on this Raging Bolt and a Iono to like 1 to
Yeah.
like maybe try to stick a turn where Roth doesn't get an attack off, but it's uh,
Yeah.
very very rough, or a tall ask,
Yeah.
a big ask from Lane's deck 'cause it's so thick, so she
Yeah.
hasn't been able to
There's a
play any
lot of
Reese.
cards here still.
Like only play, but to be fair, assuming that all Ionos, she's only ever played 1,
Yeah.
so there's 3 cards left. She fails the Ultra Ball. What is this going for? Yeah, I don't think she's able to get Fez back.
So we're putting energies. Another 2,
Going up to
80.
80.
Ooh.
This is so.
This is some dangerous territory here.
No, yeah, I think. Yeah. Oh, so Lane grabbing the Iono off the prizes. It's just.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like. I mean, let's see what our fall
Oh,
can cook up.
wait,
But
Roth, I think just Prime Catcher
yeah, Prime Catcher does
on
it
the
for me.
Ralts or on anybody, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Prime Catcher.
Let's see.
Come on, Roth. Play
Actually,
the Prime Catcher.
I don't know.
Roth, anything can attack your Crydon, your Ogre Pawn.
Maybe he's just flexing on us.
Yeah,
What's happening?
maybe. Yeah.
Is Roth
What's
BMing? What's happening?
what's Roth looking to do here? I think he's thinking.
Maybe he's just too lost in the sauce.
Yeah,
He's
could
trying
be.
to think of a way to like get through the KO this Gardevoir,
Yeah.
but in reality,
Just play the Prime Catcher though, right?
yeah. Hello,
Hello, Roth.
Earth to Roth.
I'm not tripping, right?
Maybe he's trying to do something. Maybe he's trying to do a
Yeah.
funny. That's just what he is.
He's really trying to limit us here. Yeah, there's no way there you go. He just realized it.
All right,
There
there
we
we
go,
go.
Roth. You got it. Yeah. There we go.
This is one of those times
Yeah.
where just like you just tunnel too hard
Yeah.
on one specific line, and it just like the one line, the much simpler line is just like
Yeah,
right there in front of him.
definitely. But Roth gets there.
All right, if you got there, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Guardy versus Raging Bolt, we were kind of talking about that a little bit earlier, but it's kind of like what you were mentioning. That third Ralts was really the difference maker here, and that's
Yeah.
why Roth was kind of able to take that dub, and he did a really good job of utilizing the single prizers like the
Oh yeah.
Koraidon,
Being
the Baby Bolt. Those all put in work. He didn't. I don't
no,
think he
yeah.
took any knockouts with like the big 2 prizers really.
No, yeah. I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think he attacked at all that game with a 2-prizer.
Yeah, until the end. But yeah, solid game.
Yeah, like okay, yeah. Like Raging Bolt is now able to like just
Yeah.
uptrade so effectively
Raging
with that
Bolt
stuff.
is a good deck.
Raging
Yeah.
Bolt is a good deck. Yes.
Yeah.
I might keep a 60 sleeved up just
Yeah,
in case.
it's a good deck to have on you. I personally try to get everything built just so I can help everybody else test. You
Yeah.
know, that's
If I wake up the day of and I'm like, guys, I can't do Guardy.
and it's crazy too. We could have did it because I remember Danabar was telling us at dinner when we were at that Mexican restaurant at UIC. He said, "I got max rarity Raging Bolt sleeved up if anyone wants to play it the day before the event." One of us should have took him up on that.
maybe.
Yeah. One of us should have took him up on that
It's
offer.
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe if my route to Worlds is specifically top 4 NAIC, then I'll take him up on it.
Yeah, take him.
I guess.
I guess. Yeah, maybe. Oh man, but we got a lot of solid games in here so far today. Fourth round will be the last one for tonight.
Yes.
But until then, we just have a little bit of time just to chill, see what chat's kind of feeling. Just want to know what some of you guys are feeling for NAIC. What do you guys want to play? Some things that you guys have enjoyed this season. Maybe some good
highlights,
placements.
stories.
Yeah, funny lines, funny tech cards.
I
Yeah,
better see Trevor.
Pez is Trev's gonna play Guardy.
I am probably playing Guardy.
Yeah.
There's like an inkling in the back of my head, or like a little, like like those like little like Angel or Devil or anything.
Mhm.
Angel says like, oh, just keep playing Guardy, right, on
Yeah.
this shoulder, and then the other one's like, oh, play Grimmsnarl, bro.
Grimmsnarl. Yeah, that's Poltengo for NAIC thoughts. I feel like Poltengo is like an underrated pick. I've been seeing people talk about it on Twitter. I feel like I kind of agree with them that like you don't need to play the Dragapult anymore. Just play just the Dracloak line, just so you
Yeah.
have just like endless draw.
Yeah, no one is expecting like a cornerstone anymore.
Yeah, that was the only reason why they were playing the Dragapult in the first place. But if you have all these Dracloaks, you can still draw a lot of cards, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we kind of talking about Goldengo a little bit earlier, how like,
It,
a
it
lot of
fell
the
off.
other, yeah, just like a little bit of a fall
A
off.
little bit of fall off.
A lot of cards kind of push it out of the meta, but yeah, TM Evo, Double Oak,
Yeah, that is
yeah,
insane. That
stage
is
one
insane.
board. Yeah, and that's a reason why too a lot of people really like Goldengo going into the format too, is because they were pretty much able to just leave turn one just all single prizers. There were no two prize reliability, nothing that could have got like, taken off the board too early. And if you were trying to keep, big bodies on the board, you can TM Evo and you can have like double Goldengo, and then now there's like nothing that they can knock out. So there's a lot of, it's still a good deck at the end of the day.
No,
But
yeah.
yeah, I think it's still a solid deck. Um,
No, yeah.
yeah,
I'm not much of a Goldengo player, so I just don't want to
yeah,
like I don't want to I don't have enough experience to give comments. So I don't want to say
yeah.
something.
I had it built, but I lent it out to somebody, so I haven't been able to practice it either. And I don't really want to play TCG live.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
There's just something about that client that it just does
yeah,
not mesh well with me. Like I don't know about you guys, but like I just make so many like dumb misplays
yeah.
on that
There's no
thing.
takesy backsies
And
on
it,
TCG live.
yeah, there's no takesies backsies
Yeah,
on live or life.
yeah. You can't like.
Um,
I think the only thing you could like double check without like is like your attachment before, like if you pass before attaching, like
yeah.
attaching for turn, like they'll give you a warning if you want to keep passing. But yeah.
It,
Hey, Rob.
You see me short circuit?
Yeah, we were telling the chat. Hey, do you want to hop on real quick? Here.
yeah.
You just gotta let me know when the round's up.
Yeah, yeah. Bryce, can you let him know? All right, we got Rob here. We're gonna talk to him about his game here.
I think you were just tunneling too hard trying to go guard.
Hey, Rob,
Hello.
how you feeling?
Good. So I had like a big brain play.
Yeah, I know.
was
We,
like-
yeah, we were wondering because I was like, wait, there's a prime catcher. Rob can just win here,
Yeah.
right?
So at first I was like, okay, they can't, or Lane can't remove, doesn't have monkey out.
Yeah,
So I just need one more energy. But then in my head I was like, there was like 3 different things happening at once.
yeah,
So originally my like way to win was I'm gonna knock tower for jamming tower to turn off the charm on
Clefairy.
Clefairy, and then I can prime.
that never
with-
crossed our mind.
I was gonna jam in the Clefairy and Iron leaves it.
Yeah,
That's how I was gonna win. But here's the thing: that was my thought process when I had 2 prizes left, because I was hoping I would get prime off of like the middle 2 prizes.
yeah,
I didn't. But that was still like the. But then when I got down to 1 prize, that was still like the win con I was tunneling on.
yeah,
So I was like trying to figure out how do I get Noctowl. So I Ultra Ball, don't find Noctowl. I'm like, oh. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Let me like because I knew that Guardy was like in range of Ogerpon, but I
Yeah.
didn't actually know what the math was. And I was like, wait a minute. How much HP do you have left? And then it's like, all right, so I can knock it out. And then I'm like, how do I get 1 more energy? I have like 15 cards in my hand. Like, how do I cut? I have 1 vessel in the. I have like 1 stretcher in the deck. I can either get the Noctowl for the jamming tower play. Then I was like, if I can get the vessel or if I can get the stretcher, I can then get the jamming tower with Noctowl, and then I can prime. And I was like, wait, prime? I have 1 prize left.
Yeah.
I can win with literally anything.
yeah.
And I was like, Lane, I am so sorry. Prime catcher.
yeah.
I felt very embarrassed.
No,
but
it's
yeah,
funny. It was
sometimes
funny. We were like, "Does Rob see it?" And it's funny too. You see that one message here where Pez says, "Does he see it?"
I did not see it.
Yeah,
It took me-
clearly. It
It's
took him-
crazy that the line I wanted to go for involved Prime, but I almost just didn't do it because
Yeah.
But if it was priming the Clefairy specifically, which is like,
Yeah.
well, I don't have Prime.
Why don't we talk about that early game though? Because there
Yeah.
was definitely a lot of draw passing. There was a lot
Yeah.
of brick, kind of going on. Like, what were some of the things that were going through your mind, and how did you kind of see that you still had a way to win the game?
Well, what went through my mind is that I just kept drawing Noctowls and not Hoot Hoots early,
Yeah.
which was really frustrating. But I knew that once I took the first 2 prizes, I was in position to win the game. That's kind
Yeah.
of how it is against Guardy, against Polt, especially because Lane was struggling to establish a Monkey Dory. Like, that's the big thing. Like,
Yeah,
if you can get 2 prizes up on Guardy, it's kind of similar to like playing against like Dragapult versus like Polt Dusknoir. If you against Dragapult without Dusknoir, once you take 2 prizes, as long as you like survive the disruption, you just
Yeah.
you just have to take 2 knockouts. Um, but then against like Dusknoir, like they can do shenanigans and take like 3 or 4 prize turns. Same thing with Guardy. Like if they're using their Monkey Dory and building up damage, you have to be prepared for that. So like I was like, well, maybe I could like jamming to bump my own guys, my own damage guys. Like if lane gets close to like a 4 prize turn, like put like 190 on something and then 30 on something else, and then do like a giant play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll wrap up then.
Real quick.
But yeah, like my thought process was like once I take 2 prizes, I just need 2 gusts. So then I bossed that Guardy, or I bossed the Fez because I knew that like lane in the hand was kind of dead. So I was like, if I just keep
fighting weakness too.
if I keep getting rid of your draw, you'll be stuck. And then after that, it was just like I did get the prime in the end, but I got it a turn later than I wanted. But it all worked out. So once you get those first 2 prizes, then it's like, all right, how do I get 2 last big knockouts? I knew prime was in the prizes. I knew there was a 50% chance I was going to get it, so I kind of went for that. I didn't find it, but lane, fortunately for me, was still breaking a little bit, so I was able to wrap it up. But it's definitely like an awkward matchup for Bolt usually.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, good use of the single prizers and good luck in the last round, Roth. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right, so there we go. Roth was talking to us about his little mishap here at the end of the last game, but we got our last round getting paired up and set up. Trying to see who we're putting on here.
I'm back, guys. How's everyone doing?
Alrighty, so we're getting set up here for the last one. Wondering what we're... Eli versus Alex Vega. Do you know what Alex is playing?
I think Alex is a fan of the EV box.
Alex has been playing some interesting decks lately. Alex likes Tinkaton a lot too. Shout out to Alex.
He was like a #1 Tinkaton supporter.
Yeah, but yeah, that's true. I know they like to play EV box, so that's one I'm not really too surprised to see. So kind of see, or maybe Zoroark. I know Alex was playing Zoroark at the Chally last week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that could be a possibility
Zoro's
too.
pretty fun. Zoro is pretty fun.
And then Roth and Colin. Ooh, that's a good one too.
Yeah,
I know Colin, a big trade ski guy. He likes Zoroark a lot too.
He likes drawing cards.
Yeah, he likes to
then
draw.
again, who doesn't?
Yeah, who doesn't? Colin likes Techno Blast.
Fusion Strike.
Yeah, Fusion Strike system.
Fusion Strike system. What's the?
Yeah.
What was? Why am I blanking on? He was on EV box at
at the Pizza Cup. Oh, true.
I honestly thought about coming out, but
Dude,
I was like,
the
nah.
Pizza Cup looked lit. Mo was like showing us pictures about like the Pizza Cup and stuff like that. That event looked lit, but that event went really late though, didn't it? Didn't it go till like 1 a.m. or something like that?
I think Mo mentioned that like he finished at 2 a.m.
Yeah, they finished really late. You know, I'm getting up there in age, man. I can't hang out
guys,
that late.
I've been
2 a.m. final or something like that.
Yeah, that's when they finished. So probably like a 1 a.m.
It was crazy. Yo, shout out to the
start.
pizza place though for staying open that late.
Yeah,
too.
apparently they had a deal going on too.
Yeah,
like, oh, you're bringing all these people to have pizza. Like it was like, so it was like $4 for like a slice and a large soda or something for that for the event or something.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't know. I think that's what they advertised. I never went. I considered going, but I was mowing my lawn.
Yeah, wasn't it like kind of down south though?
Yeah, it was like where. I know Cinderheart was the one. Was the card shop.
Yeah, that hosted it or whatever. Yeah. I just don't know where that pizza. I gotta ask Mo about that. But yeah, that Pizza Cup looked kind of lit. I was seeing pictures of it.
Yeah, it was like. Yeah, Mo lives a little bit more south than where we are right now, so it made more sense. But for us, it would have been like an hour drive.
Yeah, I live 5 minutes from here, so it's like it would have been a bit of a hike. Yeah.
I think it was too. The Pizza Cup.
Yeah,
Pizza and the
Pizza and Pokemon can't beat it. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, Alex playing Grimmsnarl.
Oh my God,
there we go. Finally, we get to watch some Grimmsnarl gameplay. So this is your studying track.
All right, guys, everyone.
Time to learn the matchup here.
Take out the notebooks. We're taking notes tonight.
Yeah, we're learning how to play the Grimmsnarl matchup right now.
All right. Notably, this is the matchup that was at the Full Grip 3K event.
Shout out to Mahone for putting that together.
Full Grip Games and Mahone for organizing that
for the community.
And if you did watch that event, we did see the Grimmsnarl deck take it over the Raging Bolt that he faced in the finals. Funnily enough, his name was also Trevor. Trevor Passmore.
Yeah.
Shout outs to him. Won that.
Shout out to the Canadian Trevor Tran. You know that
I don't think he plays anymore, but I'm taking his elo.
Yeah.
Just like in that event, it was the exact same decks in this final.
Yeah, this is
Uh,
actually an interesting matchup.
and
Yeah,
Grimmsnarl was able to 2-0 the Raging Bolt
yeah,
through. And it's also that Grimmsnarl did also fight a lot of other Raging Bolts
yeah,
along the way to his win. So something that is so he apparently throughout the I didn't watch the entire event, but that Grimmsnarl was able to like win in multiple ways.
yeah,
To like win in like you go through like just a single prizers with the Frostlass and your monkeys, or and then like also just swinging with the Grimmsnarl on like
yeah,
on the Orgrippons and whatnot. Oh yeah, but definitely just like seems to be a lot of like intricate matchup. Definitely one to keep an eye out for NAIC. Probably get well studied into this matchup
yeah,
because with honestly with any Frostlass deck, you just get ready for a big one, for a long one,
yeah.
because it's just gonna at least a long game one. Just
Yeah,
gonna
and
be
another thing too is like if you're gonna be playing this to NAIC, you got to be on top of it when it comes to those
oh yeah.
in between turn checkup damage counters.
Yeah, I think I was like one of those things. Like I'm pretty sure there's gonna be.
A
I
lot
mean,
of judge calls
a
and
lot of
stuff.
judge calls, a lot
Yeah,
of ties, or just people trying to maneuver this deck,
yeah,
maneuver against this deck.
yeah. Because this is literally just Frostlass Monkey Dory, but with an extra piece now, and that's the Grimmsnarl line.
Yeah,
So there's a
and
lot to work with here.
I remember when Grimmsnarl first got released, I'm like, this is pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those decks that you also need to play in person too, because if you play it on TCG Live, it does all the math for you, but you know,
Yeah,
got to kind of know what you're
what you're working with
yeah, what
here.
you're working with. So the Buddy Poffit's gonna come out. What do you think we're getting? Do you think we're getting any runts out, or are we getting more another Impidimp?
Impy
Is that
dimpy,
is that how you say it?
impidimp, yes.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think I think the spread is pretty good.
yeah,
Do not exactly like.
yeah,
I think you don't have to press the like your foot on the gas just
yeah,
yet, but we just get the Frostlass and the Morgrim.
yeah. More Grum. Yeah. Then Tony, shout out to you in the chat here.
Zuka Gang.
Yeah,
Hashtag Zuka Gang
yeah,
for Tony Olea.
yeah,
No, yeah, it's funny. Fun fact: I remember when I was playing my initial Sword and Shield playthrough. I forgot the fairy gem. I had shield, and then
yeah,
like I was in the forest or whatever, and I
yeah.
caught a shiny Impidimp,
Oh, really?
and like it was in Bradley. It was in the dorm
Yeah,
room, and I'm like,
yeah.
oh,
Oh, neat.
that's like my third ever shiny like
Yeah.
natural encounter
I
ever.
know my only natural encounter of a shiny ever, this is so off topic, was when I played Brilliant Diamond and
Uh-huh.
I got a natural encounter of a shiny Dialga.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Yep,
crazy.
so it's just chilling in my Pokemon home now. But
Dude,
yeah,
I
that
should.
was a funny one.
That's a good one. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
Oh
Uh,
man, but
all right. So Eli having the
Eli.
Ultra Ball for the Terra.
So the Terra's here now, so the knocks are the birds are gonna start chirping here. So he does have a knock towel. He's got Crispin in hand too, so he's just looking to see what kinds of things he wants to look for.
No, yeah. Having the Ultra Ball like just for the Terra, and he only has access to one
Yeah, one energy.
owl. Oh yeah, one energy too.
Yeah,
So okay.
area 0. Well, it's not too bad because he has Crispin, which can put enough energy to knock out.
So okay. So we
Yeah,
see the Crispin here.
yeah. You can get the grass. You can attach another thing um with the Crispin here, and then you can Night Stretcher for the fighting. So yeah, Eli got this all figured out here.
Yeah. So yeah. So this is probably gonna Crispin. The Crispin energy is going to attach to the Raging Bolt. Keep the grass in hand. Teal dance it. See what's up, and then go from there.
Yeah. So we'll see here. Finish this shuff up.
And see what the Teal
Yep.
dance brings
The
to
teal
him.
dance is gonna do something here. Okay.
Boom.
Uh,
I can't see.
can't see it either. It's all right. We'll figure out what it is eventually.
All right. It's all right.
Um.
Worst comes to worst, he can just take. Oh, just
Oh, yeah,
I like to
takes-
go for
yeah,
assault landing.
Perfect. Perfectly fine.
All right. I think Eli grabbed another owl off of
Yeah.
that prize. So
Oh,
whatever.
does the ogre pond? Yeah. Like shout out to Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta practice. Gotta stay
Yeah,
on top
gotta
of
stay
these
on
things.
top of it. Yeah. So I wonder if we're going to be seeing the Grimmsnarl come into play here. Is that a Grimmsnarl in hand? It might be.
I think so.
Yeah, so I think you can search up 5 dark energy, and you can put them to your Marnie's Pokemon any way you like.
Yes,
That's how the ability works.
yes, that is the
Yeah.
ability.
So we're probably going to see maybe a Buddy Poff in here to get some Impidimps in play as well.
Yes.
So we can start spreading to some of those things, but I think it's so strong when you're able to just accelerate all that energy and then you like play E-switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely see the vision with that E-switch tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I want.
Super good.
I'm just thinking of like, I don't know how many E switches you would play. But I'm just like maybe you could like play a Roaring Moody X in there. Just to,
Yeah.
like, get all the energy going.
That's
If only
true.
if only Thornton was still here.
Yeah,
You know?
Thornton would be
If Thornton was still around, that'd be kind of crazy.
I know. I still think about it to this day, where like I'm in like a sticky situation, and I'll be like, Thornton would have saved me here.
Thornton would have helped
Yeah,
so much right now.
I know. But each card they have their time. So
Yeah.
also we see Alex still going through their turn here, looking to grab what is that, Nest Ball or Night Stretcher? Night Stretcher.
And Defiance Band.
Defiance Band.
So
Maybe to grab the Impidimp. There might not be any more of them.
Yeah, probably. I think he
Yeah.
just wants to get the Impidimp out, so when he does
Yeah.
evolve up into this Grimmsnarl, he's
Yeah.
not wasting energy.
True.
Or he
true,
can
true,
set
true,
up another
true.
one just in case.
Yeah, maybe use this manual attachment onto this Monkey Dory. That could also be a possibility as well.
Yeah, well, that'd be nice, just because you don't have to. Again, you don't have to commit your attachment for turn to the Grimmsnarl or
Yeah.
what is going to
Okay,
become a
looks like
Grimmsnarl.
Alex might be able to. Alex knows what we're thinking. Okay.
So
Okay.
comes down, punk
Grimmsnarl.
up, punk up.
Yep. So we see some of those energies coming out here.
Inferno Wayne.
Yeah, Infernal Rain. So
So just
okay, 2
Oh,
and
that-
1.
so maybe he prized a couple right now.
Yeah.
But I guess there's also not really much of a reason to like attach too much to this baby,
Yeah.
to the Impidimp here. So maybe just trying to, well, at least thin out the deck, but not too much, because you
Yeah.
don't really need all this energy out into play. So I think he has a counter catcher and the
Yeah.
Defiance Band, so that would mean a clean 210 onto the Ogerpon.
Yeah, that could be a possibility too. Yeah, and then maybe like Monkey Dory start moving some of those damage onto.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
this is gonna be really smart.
Ooh, I like this.
Go for now. He can have 3 prizes on this turn
Yeah.
with the way Frostlash Tick is going to
Yeah.
go.
3 prize turn here.
Well, yeah. So a pretty big swing coming out of Alex Vega here on the crackback.
Yeah.
Now let's see
Ooh,
what.
is that the secret box off the prizes
Oh
too?
man, that's kind of
Kind of wild.
goated.
Yeah.
And then even more
Alex
importantly,
Vega, my goat.
this removes Eli's Terra off the board,
Yeah.
and it doesn't seem like Eli has a way to get another Terra. Oh,
never mind.
All right, well that solves that
That
issue.
solves that. Yeah.
But there is still a lot of work to be done here.
Yes.
So like Eli still needs 5 energy to knock out
Yeah.
this Grimmsnarl,
Big boy.
and let's see what he can cook up
Yeah,
here.
definitely. So we got the Noctowl coming out here. We got Sada in hand. So we're just looking for maybe another ancient Pokemon to throw down here. And then I wonder what else we can grab here. So maybe Fez. Yeah, Fez is probably pretty decent here. Double Nest Ball. Double Nest Ball doesn't seem terrible.
No, that's small to grab.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do need to get your energies going, so I guess
Yeah.
that will help. Man, if only there was like a grass ancient Pokemon, right?
I know, right?
Can't have it all, I guess.
Unless they make like a grass like Brute Bonnet.
Grass Brute Bonnet.
Yeah.
Maybe like the Slitherwing, a bug
Yeah.
type. It was
I'm
bug
gonna start
fighting.
up playing Scarlet and Violet again now that I got the Switch 2 now. Gotta
yeah.
gotta play.
Yeah, let me know how that goes.
Apparently the game doesn't look like a PS2 game anymore.
That's good. I
Yeah.
did see some comparisons.
Yeah.
Let me know how that goes.
Yeah.
I'm like trying not to get myself let myself get affected by FOMO, but it's like
Yeah.
it's right here and if it's accessible.
Yeah,
But like,
and I was like, if the prices keep going up, I was like, might as well, So
all
we'll
right,
see.
Sada for 2 energy
Yeah.
or good for 2 energy.
Yep. So we got 3 energy in play right now. We got to find a way to get these ogre pawns, get
So
ogre pawn energies
a,
going.
an attach return and
Ooh, prime catcher. Prime catcher also kind of helps out too.
no, I think Prime Catcher is really good. Not really helpful, not right now, but
Yeah,
like I don't
could
know.
be. Could be.
Alex may play the Maractus. The
Oh,
60 that won Folk Rip did play the
true.
Maractus, and that was one of the avenues
Yeah,
that
Maractus.
the Grimmsnarl player did utilize to win the event. It's just like, oh, you have a Latias, and just like
Yeah.
Maractus it the
Yeah.
entire time. Once the Grimmsnarl player knew that they were down their Prime Catcher.
Yeah. Did Eli attach return already?
I don't think he did. So this
Okay.
would represent the 5
Okay.
energy. This would represent the 5 energy it would take to knock it out. So at least there's that.
Yeah.
But again, Alex is on 3 prizes.
Yeah.
So Eli would have to kind of like chef up another big 5 energy turn.
But then on Alex's side, Alex would also need like rare candy Grimmsnarl or something like that.
Yeah.
So it needs a lot too. So both players kind of needed a lot of resources and a lot of just good
Yeah.
sequencing in order to set up their plays here. Yeah.
So we're going to see this Bellowing Thunder for 5 energy, discarding
350.
5 energy for 350, getting
Yep.
a clean knockout, taking 2 prizes here. Everyone, don't forget the Frost
Yeah,
Slash
the
ticks.
Frost Last stuff.
Don't forget the one on the
Yeah,
other Knock
the
Towel.
Noctowl.
I don't know if it'll ever become relevant,
Yeah,
but it might.
it might.
There's always one of those. There's one of those
Yeah.
times where like it could be relevant, but
Yeah. Should we let them know, Bryce?
yeah, we probably should.
Thank you.
Just for the the sake of
Yeah.
the sake of integrity of the
Integrity
game.
of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Gotta be on top of these things.
Yeah. Thank you, Bryce. Thank you. Thank you.
Gotta stay disciplined about these
Yeah,
things.
we do. But ooh, Alex does actually have a line here because they have the secret box, the $15 A spec. You seen that?
What was that?
Secret box is like a $15 card now.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
That's
It was
crazy.
like just like a week or two prior, it
Yeah.
was like $7. It was already
Yeah,
climbing because it
I
used to
know,
be
I-
like a $4.
I
or
paid
three-
like $3 for mine.
yeah, it was like
I
$3
should
or
have bought more.
I have 2,
Yeah.
but I'm just like, man.
Secret box, man.
There we go. So what are we getting rid of?
Okay. Is there a line? I don't. Does this deck play? I forget. If it plays Jacques? I feel like Jacques would be kind of decent. Oh, but you can get the Spike Muth.
Yeah, the the Spike Myth
Yeah,
Gym.
the gym.
That for those who don't know, that stadium
Search it.
allows you to search up Mari's
Yeah,
Pokemon.
yeah, you can get that with rare candy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
and Iono. Oh, that would be gas.
that represents a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, Spike Myth and Rare Candy. Oh, like what else would
We
you
are
want?
so
Iono.
here. Iono. There's a Grimmsnarl there.
What else do you want?
Something that I found in the games that we were playing last night. Every single game we played, I prized one Grimmsnarl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. So I had to pretty much Night Stretcher or Super Rod it every single turn or a game at least once. So yeah,
That's okay. My deck was not working with me.
yeah. we
last
had
night.
we had an interesting testing session. I'll tell you that
That's
much.
okay.
Tell you
How-
that much. So
All right.
yeah. Got a lot of random pieces here. So
yeah.
rescue board,
Yeah.
solid.
Okay. Yeah, I was like thinking like what kind of other tools you want on the
Yeah.
Grimmsnarl. I did see like like a gravity gemstone. I always think that card's look a little cool.
Yeah.
Like always a little cool, but I just don't know.
Yeah, gemstone could be cool.
Oh, Alex is eyeing up the boss.
Interesting.
What would you want?
What would you want a boss? Yeah.
I guess you can boss the Fez or
Oh yeah, you can.
you could boss a Fez.
Oh yeah, you can
take
and
that
then-
out.
Yeah, you can. Or you can take out the ogre pawn.
Take out an ogre pawn to get rid of
Yeah.
get rid of the thing. But okay, so Alex
Yeah.
is committing to the boss
Yeah,
here.
and got a boss first. Sequencing. So your target doesn't get pushed out when you bump the stadium.
even
That
then,
sounds correct, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
But it's also like I guess it depends on what
Yeah, also depends too, because you can always just take out the knock towel also.
or the hoot hoot. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like I don't think he's ever because you're gonna get rid of one thing, right?
Yeah.
So
I still feel like it might be correct to just boss first.
yeah, which I think he is electing to do.
Yeah, so going up with the boss to get the ogre pawn.
If Alex is able to, I'm pretty sure he's able. I'm pretty sure he will be able to, but I think if he can like punch this ogre pawn and uh, let it get knocked out to a frost last tick,
Oh yeah, no fez.
would not mean a fez is active.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
All right, we can
Yep.
another punk up.
Okay.
Even like I feel like even now like with Alex's like setup, it's like it's pretty thin. It's like one of everything that you possibly need, right?
Yeah,
But
pretty
the fact
much.
that like you could do more,
Yeah, that's what makes this deck
like crazy.
like the potential is so high with it. Like I thought I already had everything I needed with 3 art rare monkey dories. Don't tell me I need a 4th one.
No,
No.
just don't play it, man.
Just don't play the deck, right?
Just don't play the deck.
Yeah,
It's
so
fine.
looks like we're going with that play you were saying, right? We monkey dory 2.
So a 180 punch, we put it in 190.
90.
So he needs to
Yeah.
precisely move two,
Yeah.
only one damage counter.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Get
We're
the
playing the
rescue board down, and then punch.
punch. Yep. Okay.
So there we go. And then so
Okay. So we go down to that.
it would go down to the frost last tick. All right. Let's see what Eli can do here.
Yeah.
Again, he does not have a Terra in on the bench, so
Yeah.
Noctowl as of right now. Oh, never mind. He has an Ogre Pawn in the hand, so he does have that active. But just gonna elect to see what he can cook up here. I think he's looking for like another play I saw like a Raging Bolt player do was like use the Teal Mask
to attack.
to attack.
Yeah, that's a little tougher one to do. That was like a big thing with like the Regidrago matchup into Charizard around that,
Yeah.
like when we were still playing that deck.
That in that format, yeah.
Yeah, because like you could just like Ogre Pawn and the 5 energy between the two would knock out Charizard.
Yeah, I think that play is a lot more feasible right now. Or it would be
Yeah.
a lot more feasible for Eli had he gotten more Teal Mask set up.
Yeah.
But it is a little difficult to at least. It seems a little difficult right now to be able to get that going.
Yeah. Let's see what we're looking to do here then. Are we grabbing the 2 grass here? Is that what the play is? Eli is real thinking right now.
I think he wants to like. I mean, to even like get a five price turn, not
Yeah.
5 energy bellowing thunder turn off. Does
It's asking for a lot here.
plus move 30 plus frost last ping pass. Eventually, yes. Yeah. Move 30 plus frost last ping. It'll only do 40 right now. Noctowl has 100, so it would die. Yeah, no, actually, yeah. Tony's right. I did the math. Like it would take one more ping on the turn on the passing back to Alex. So yeah, Tony keeping my awake since 4 a.m. brain sharp. But no, yeah, lots to consider here for Eli. Just making sure like if there's a way that he can't get checkmated essentially, right?
Yeah. Looking to maybe discard the judge. What's that last card all the way on the left? Do we know?
On the left.
Oh, it's a jamming tower.
Yeah, not too useful right now.
Okay.
Electing to go for that. I wonder what he's like looking to do, you know?
Oh, he might be looking to Iono here. Is that what?
This is what what is the one thing that I was like I saw people starting to try tech
What?
picnic basket. Start cleaning up all the
Yeah.
damage counters.
Picnic basket.
Cleaning up the damage counters sounds kind of funny,
Yeah, that's true.
but definitely would help Eli in this situation. But obviously, can't change your deck list in the middle of a tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one of those side deck things. And if
Yeah.
there was a side deck in Pokemon, it would be pretty. It would be in there.
Yeah.
But can't have it. Can't have it all.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, going to he Ultra Balled for was it Noctowl?
Yeah, Noctowl.
All right, maybe he just wanted to see. Maybe just wanted the Fez first before committing to the Noctowl. You know,
Yeah. Or you could also I think also wanted to Teal Dance too. Yeah.
all right,
Okay.
Teal Dance for another energy.
Ooh, attach.
All right. Unfortunately,
Does he play E-Switch?
has he played E-Switch?
I
If
don't
he
think
does,
he plays E-Switch.
he's going through it as if he doesn't have access to
Yeah.
E-Switch.
This might just be like, oh, the leaves.
The
The
leaves. The
leaves.
leaves.
Oh my god, the leaves.
That's the tech.
Wait,
That's
that
the
is
tech.
the tech.
But does he have another energy
the
to?
leaves.
Does he have an energy to be able to
Oh
utilize it?
my goodness.
I don't think he
the
does.
leaves.
Oh, man, this is so tough.
This
So
is
tough.
so intense. Oh my god. Maybe just like Iono and then hope that you. Oh, this is so tough too because Eli needs like a Latias or something like that to retreat.
I don't think so.
Oh wait, no, the leaves would just punch itself into the active.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind. Ultra Ball Iono, right? Is that what we grab?
I don't know. If
And
that's
then you Ultra Ball, you move the damage, and then you just hope that you can. Oh, this is so tough.
I'm just saying, a Yan Mega would wrap things up.
Oh yeah, Yan
Wrap-
Mega would have. Yeah.
That's been my new pet deck.
Yeah.
I've been someone that's like just tries to brew so many stupid
Yeah.
things. But right.
Okay, so the bear's coming down now.
What is the bear going to go after? That's the real question.
Maybe the Monkey Dory.
Maybe maybe the Monkey Dory, and then try to save. Thinking of just
Yeah.
like going for that big turn with the 5 energies again on the Grimmsnarl. Kind of just leaving Alex with only one. I did not. I think that was a stadium, so nothing too crazy.
Yeah. Blood Moon.
Blood Moon. So this does buy Eli a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Thing is, if that is a stadium, then even if Alex plays it, then he can just.
Yeah. Oh, they just clean up with the 3 damage.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Oh, cool. So
Definitely.
Alex cleans up. Tough
Definitely,
matchup though.
yeah, definitely highlighting the strength of the Grimmsnarl deck.
Yeah.
Just being able, because against with all these even though they're big basics, they don't have a stage 2 health
Yeah.
pool, so it's a lot of things are just in danger of just randomly getting pinged off the board if they're
Yeah.
not careful.
Ooh, we got the 2 goats here.
Oh, we have
Colin.
we got the mirror match again with Colin
Yeah,
against
Colin
Roth.
and Roth.
Roth was on here earlier today with
Yeah.
just this last round actually.
Yeah. And
and
this time we see Colin on the odd prizing.
Again, this is
Yeah.
we did see this again as well on the against Eli
Yeah.
with Pep. It's just the awkwardness of
Yeah, the
being
3.
odd on prizes here.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, so it looks like we're just taking the single prizer here.
All
And then
right.
see if Roth's got it.
This is okay. This is Roth doesn't have access to owls,
Yeah.
so that does make things a lot more difficult.
But we do have Sada and we have a lot of energy.
Okay, no, yeah,
Yeah. No, I think this is fine. Alrighty,
Alright.
Roth takes it.
Roth takes it.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, perfect timing. Wow.
Look at that. Dude, and Rob's got that prime catcher in the prizes again. Look at that.
All the pink cards coming.
Yeah, I know, right? So that just does it for tonight. We want to say thank you to everybody for coming out watching. We had a really great crowd here today, so a lot of people getting ready for NAIC. So shout out to everybody who's going to be there competing and all that stuff. So good luck to everybody that's going to be at the event. Good luck to you, Trevor, too.
Thank you.
Hope that everybody does well. You know, makes the area proud wherever you come from. Yeah,
Finish strong.
yeah, finish strong. Finish the season strong, no matter where you end up. You know, as long as you're like happy with your prep, that's all you can really ask for. So, yeah, just make sure to have a good time. Stay safe out there in New Orleans. I know you can really have a good time there. That's what I hear.
Also, Pride. They're having their Pride.
Oh
Event
yeah, I heard that Pride's gonna be at the same time, that same
so
weekend.
It's gonna be a little crazy.
Yeah, people are gonna go nuts there. So
if you're gonna be outside on this on Bourbon Street, please be careful.
Yeah,
if you're
be
going.
careful. Yeah, make sure you're with somebody. Don't be out there alone.
Stick with your buds. Stick with the group. Don't do anything dumb and be out there alone at night.
Yeah. Good luck to everybody though.
I know. Yeah, this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
Wrapping up the season.
Yeah.
Do a bigger thing.
Yeah, so thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget, our league starts up after NAIC again. We're going to be doing our invitational.
The 22nd.
22nd, yeah. I'm not going to be there. That's why I don't know the date.
Wow.
I got to work, yeah. We have a charity event coming up as well, so keep on the lookout for what we're going to be doing with that. We're going to have a lot of top players in town for that. Staying tuned for our next season of the league. And good luck to everybody that's going to be at NAIC. Hope you all do well. Thanks again for watching. And we'll catch you guys next week at Nerd Rage Gaming.
Have a good night, everyone.